nah, I didn't wear it out. Always thought my first time would be someone I cared about, but being a virgin was something to be embarrassed about. I used to ask for practice, so I wasn't scared out my mind. You call them rhymes, I call it clearing out my mind. Was just a young boy staying out my blinds till I got free from my mama leash, running loose through the streets like a straight dog in heat. And we looking for some freaks. Can you play? Pardon me. What's your name? Don't mistake me for no lame. No, not me. She knew I was on the team, cause she seen how tall I be. In the club, dapping niggas, eventually R.I.P. Damn, you win some, you lose some. That's just how it happens. And if a nigga step up to you, then you gotta scrap him. Your name is all you got. Throwing hands by the bathroom. It's funny, I barely told nobody I started rapping. Cause see, some niggas was haters that I just viewed as clowns. At 14, I knew I was the nicest dude around. I gotta make a move, I gotta do this now. If they don't know your dreams, then they can't shoot them down. Ha. Yeah, nigga. Hell yeah. Felt that one in my fucking soul, nigga.
Gang. Yeah. Young Kings, baby. It's murder shit. Yeah. ¿Quién lo diría? Parece que fue antier. Hoy ando en la máquina y él estaba a pie. Y me llega a casa, no tengo que capear. Mi flow a ninguno, yo se lo copié. Las movidas raras las voy a anotar. Tú no ves pa' dentro de mis gafas Cartier. Ando con todo el combo si nos ven entrar. Parecemos un equipo de balompié. ¿Quién lo diría? Parece que fue antier. Hoy ando en la máquina y él estaba a pie. Y me llega a casa, no tengo que capear. Mi flow a ninguno, yo se lo copié. Las movidas raras las voy a anotar. Tú no ves pa' dentro de mis gafas Cartier. Ando con todo el combo y si nos ven entrar. Parecemos un equipo de balompié. El palo patea a los Cristiano Ronaldo. Siempre con los míos no cambio de bando. Y hasta no ver 100 millones en la cuenta. No puedo pensar que lo estamos logrando. Qué casualidad, entré por la puerta cuando a mi espalda ellos estaban hablando. Estoy tan acostumbrado, esta mierda que ni los logros los estoy celebrando. Y si digo que estoy coronado no es que me puse una, es que la vida es segura. Sabes que por Dios en vano no se jura. Michael encima de estos ritmos se burla. Yo quiero más y más. Unos dicen que ambición, otros dicen que gula. Recuerda que no es el primero que suba. Aquí sale ganando el más que dura. Tengo detrás a la Diddy y la Jordan, pero puede que me vaya con la Puma. Baby, yo estoy puesto pa' mi fortuna. Soy un rey desde que estaba en la cuna. Me dicen la pantera negra, los ojos siempre están rojos, no colo la aceituna. En PR todo el mundo tiene una, muchos se quedan con ella en la cintura. ¿Y quién lo diría? Parece que fue antier. Hoy ando en la máquina y él estaba a pie. Y me llega a casa, no tengo que capear. Mi flow a ninguno, yo se lo copié. Las movidas raras las voy a anotar. Tú no ves pa' dentro de mis gafas Cartier. Ando con todo el combo si nos ven entrar. Parecemos un equipo de balompié. ¿Quién lo diría? Parece que fue antier. Hoy ando en la máquina y él estaba a pie. Y me llega a casa, no tengo que capear. Mi flow a ninguno, yo se lo copié. Las movidas raras las voy a anotar. Tú no ves pa' dentro de mis gafas Cartier. Ando con todo el combo y si nos ven entrar. Parecemos un equipo de balompié. Todas las babies quieren con el negro porque ahora estamos cobrando hasta en euros. Cada vez que me da con salir todos dicen llegó el campeón del pueblo. Cabrón, si tú me ves roncando recuerda que lo hago porque puedo. Si me junto con el David yo sueno como un matón a sueldo. Si no hay money pues no hay acuerdo. Tantas putas que ni me acuerdo. Hay cuerdos que se hacen los locos y hay locos que se hacen los cuerdos. Antes estaba bien pelado, no tenía nada que malos recuerdos. Ahora dicen que estoy pegado y tengo al diablo agarrado por los cuerdos.
Wow, it's DaShmackHouse.
Perfect. Perfect.
On it up the jet, goddamn. I don't get no rest, goddamn. I'm on my respect, goddamn. I've been running up a check, yeah. When we forget, eat my stress, goddamn. When she get that neck, trim. Get this movie star on film. A ring a shining star. Carrots in my ear and it clear. I've been rocking shades, lights been a blur. Fashion every day, put it in couture. Put in work, make that pussy purr. endorse. Mash in a Porsche. DC to New York. Me and a few joints. About to meet at the club port. Look for the Rolls Royce. On that up the jet. Goddamn. I don't get no rest. Goddamn. I want my respect. Goddamn. I've been running up a check. And we forget ease my stress. Goddamn. Way she get that neck. Trim. Get this movie star on film. A ring of shining star. Goddamn, nigga fortunate. Every day locked in, I make M's off my voice. I know how to win, get you in on the source. Head up with my chin up, I ain't got no other choice. Had to cut my jeans, look like new Louis V. George. Right, I 50 G just to spend on my little shorty. Backyard is a seed, I can retire when I turn 40. You my type of freak, while we fucking, I record it. Couldn't believe I start sipping codeine for my core. You see, extra couple hundred G's for my aura. Good Trisha, Minnie Frost AP on the whore. Ibiza, had to show her visa at the port. On that up the jet, goddamn. I don't get no rest, goddamn. I want my respect, goddamn. I've been running up a check, yeah. When we forget ease my stress, goddamn. Way she get that neck, trim. Get this movie star on film. A ring of shining star. Get this movie star on film. A ring of shining star.
Fuck money, bitch, a legend never dies. 10 toes, I ain't never switching sides. In mode, I got petty on my mind. Heard them say they real, you a motherfucking lie. 10-4, fuck a man single time. Fuck a man single time, that's a 10-4, fuck a man single time. Fuck a man single time. No sleep, I ain't never seen my eyelids work too much, tryna find out where the time went. I ain't in the new trends of the hype shit. Everybody biting my style, suck on my dick. Life move fast, man, it's priceless. I know legends never die, this shit timeless. Headshot, I'ma hit them where they pride is. Still no chill, it be fuck them if they mindless. Real rap, I'm just tired of the pop shit. If you scared, stay the fuck up out the mosh pit. New legend top 5, say I'm top 6. All that tough talk, shut the fuck up, slide then. I ain't never ran from none but the tax, man. I don't walk on the beat, bitch, I tap dance. This shit light work, like a lap band. If you get it my way, then it's bland, bland. Fuck money, bitch, a legend never dies. 10 toes, I ain't never switching sides. In mode, I got petty on my mind. Heard them say they real, you a motherfucking lie. 10-4, fuck a man single time. Fuck a man single time, that's a 10-4, fuck a man single time. Fuck a man single time.
Hey, what? This is the shit that my daddy had raised me on. Niggas got lit off the features I skated on. I gotta know how you get lit off the nigga you hating on. Numbers untouchable, they got the data wrong. This is the moment I know they been praying on. What? Hey, try not to boy out, but fuck it, I'm staying on. Oh, keep on sending me slaps to go crazy on 40, keep saying it's time to be patient. There's so many people, we turning the tables on. Capo got plans, but we'll say that for later on. Hush and keep saying they know that they played it wrong. Katie just text, what the fuck are we waiting on? Damn. Me, I'm expressionless, niggas be talking about don't shoot the messenger. 555, you get shot for way less than here. None of you pussies is blocking my blessings here. What? All these years throwing success in your face. All of these baddies obsessed with my face. All the shit they don't address in my face. I can't be showing no stress in my face. What? Yeah, no face, 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 no face. No face, no face, no face. No face, no face, no face.
DaShmackHouse.
Perfect. porch with machine guns. This money is dirty, I need to clean some. A trustworthy man, I've never seen one. $1,200 kicks of cream, got my teeth numb. Phone in the microwave when we chop. We get a better price now when we shop. Crib on the hill, big palm trees. I feel like Rafa in this field and it's all me. 23 acres by the freeway, my phone ringing crazy. Cali dry and we need weight. Diplomat, yeah I'm good everywhere I go. Bosses greet me with gold watches and an envelope. The jury all custom, ain't no stock pieces. Man, they in the game for the wrong reasons. Invest in yourself, you better level up. My foot on their neck and I ain't letting up. Outstanding debts, they better settle up.
God knows. Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need to hold my babies. Woke up looking for the broccoli. High key, keep a horn on me, that could my seat. IP, ownership, the blueprint is by me. Mr. Get Off, I get off at my feet. Nigga couldn't try me in a tri-state. Buddy pass, but I get him splashed till he hydrated. Bounce out, know he spook town, eyes dilated. I got the money and the power, both gyrating. I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walked in, walked out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the price. What the fuck? I got hits, I got bucks, I got new paper cuts, I got friends, I got foes, but they all sitting ducks. Hit his turf and get cracking, double back like a deluxe. 50 deep, but it ain't deep enough. Fuck a plea, there you go, beat him up. Falling from a money tree, and it grew throughout the month. Spit a loogie at the camera, speed off, yeah, it's us. I feel good, get the fuck out my thighs. Look good, but she don't got no ties. I walked in, walked out with the size. Man, don't let me know what the price. Squabble up, 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 squabble up. Hold up, where are you from? I'm finna go dumb, sideways, bunk stomp. All I ever wanted was a black grand national. Fuck being rational, give them what they asked for. It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on their ass. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I make them niggas mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G pad. Yeah, watch a nigga do it. We survived outside, all from the music, nigga. What? They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega, bitch. Welcome home. This is not a song, this a revelation, how to get a nigga gone. Teach you a man, baby, I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction, that's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird niggas' hands, baby. Whoa! It's not enough. Few solid niggas left, but it's not enough. Few bitches that are really stepped, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough.
Siento aquí tu presencia. De anoche y nos ponemos a llorar.
Yesterday somebody whacked out my mural. That energy'll make you niggas move to Europe. But it's regular for me, yeah, that's for sure. The love and hate is definite without a cure. All this talk is bitch made, that's on my lord. I kill them all before I let them kill my joy. I done been through it all, what you endure. It used to be fuck that nigga, but now it's plural. Fuck everybody, that's on my body. My blick first, then God got me. I watch them pander with them backhanded compliments. Put they head on the Cuba link as a monument. I pay homage and I'll always mind my business. I never lost who I am for a rap image. There's motivation if you wonder how I did it. Yeah, nigga, going up your rank. Know you a god even when they say you ain't. Yeah, nigga, keep your feelings out the way. Never let no one put smut up on your name. Yeah, nigga, keep your head down and work like I do. But understand, everybody ain't go like you. Yeah, nigga, if they say it's love, you been lied to. A couple rules of engagements, I'ma guide you.
Que reflejan tu mirada.
riding in my GNX with Anita Baker in the tape deck. It's gonna be a sweet love. Fuck apologies, I wanna see y'all geeked up. Don't acknowledge me, then maybe we can say it's fair. Take it to the internet and I'ma take it there. Miss my Uncle Lemaine, he said that he would kill me if I didn't make it. Now I'm possessed by a spirit and they can't take it. Used to bump the Carter 3, I held my rolly chain proud. Irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down. Whatever though, call me crazy, everybody questionable. Turn me to an Eskimo, I drew the line in decimals. Snoop posted tailor-made, I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe it, it was only right for me to let it go. Won a Super Bowl and I'm the only one congratulate me. All these niggas agitated, I'm just glad they shown their faces, quite frankly. Plenty artists, but they outdated. Old ass flows trying to convince me that you they favorite. This is not for lyricists, I swear it's not the sentiments. Fuck a double entendre, I want y'all to feel this shit. Old soul, bitch, I probably built them pyramids. Ducking strays when I rap battled in the Nickersons. Where you from? Not where I'm from. We all indigenous. Against all lies, I squabbled up for them dividends. Against all lies, I showed up as a gentleman. I done lost plenty friends, 16 to be specific. Put that on my kids' children. We gon' see the future first. They like that big trip, and I just want what I deserve. What bridge they done burned? All of them is over with. I'm doing what COVID did. They'll never get over it. Yeah, nigga, going up your rank. Know you a god, even when they say you ain't. Yeah, nigga, keep your feelings out the way. Never let no one put smut up on your name. Yeah, nigga, keep your head down and work like I do. But understand, everybody ain't gonna like you. Yeah, nigga, if they say it's love, you been lied to. A couple rules of engagements here to guide you. Niggas from my city couldn't entertain no boy. Promising bank transactions and even Bitcoin. I never piece it up, that shit don't sit well with me. Before I take a truce, I'll take them to hell with me. If that money got in the hands of a crash dummy, could jeopardize my family and burden the one.
Perfect. Wow, it's the DaShmackHouse.
There you go.
Hey, yeah, what it is, ho? Finna buy a Wraith color them before I get ghost money. Power, respect what I live for. Fuck, I look like arguing with niggas that don't get dough. Know a couple niggas running check up on Skid Row. I know 100 fiends, it ain't enough, I'm finna get more. I know you hitting licks, it ain't enough, you better hit more. One bitch ain't good enough, why? Cause I need 10 hoes. It's not the little one, it's the big O. Told you I Somali, lean, Crystal. My bitch said I'm fucked up in the head, I'm sicko. Tomorrow with my kid, better know I got my pistol. Get to work, then I stretch it like a limo. Hit the eyes block, make him duck just like Slimbo. Fuck a fight, air him out, he think he Kimbo. I need every last dime. Except New York, I'm uptown. In Miami, I'm a breaker on the bay. We getting wave, catch me floating off a thizzle. In the shot, I get fly, eating heroes to the gristle. On the plug with the drugs, I ain't the monkey in the middle. In the A, I lean like I'm the juice man. You bring a friend, I bring a friend, we bring a two man. So many perks on the blue man. Turn me up, Josh.
Perfect.
I was going through that pain alone. I was going through that phase alone. We all changed, you say I changed alone. Sleepless night, barely changing clothes. You know damn right you was wrong. I was tired, they didn't realize. Certain vibes, it don't feel right. Plenty nights, get me traumatized. Why they lie, I do love my God. You looking crazy, know the trenches raised me. I'm Durk, yo, but I'm Chicago Jay-Z. And I was scared how that money made me. I caught a vibe that they was looking crazy. Money ran low, right? Fellas can't vote right. I can't even vote for what I believe in, shit ain't going right. I done dropped a tear inside the funeral, ain't more right. And I'm nutting all the hoes I fuck, I blame the porn site. Please don't turn away from me. I got enough on my plate, tryna turn away, tryna turn away. Became the voice out the streets, so my people ain't believe in me. I'm supported by the streets and the people ain't believe in me. Quarantine what? I'm just trying to make a buck. Talking to my dog, he be acting like he's stuck. Favorite gun the block, it's filled up with a month. Throw it in their face every time I hold it up. Granny ain't feeling too well.
shootout with the police, I ain't going to jail. How you acting off a case, you would know if you tell. I know a nigga from the hood, he is serve with no scale. Watch bands make a play, I seen him scoring the mill. Gave him 39 years, I heard him crying the shell. Even though I'm getting big, I brought a Mac through my Zell. Took a picture on my block, they think I'm back in the field. Please don't turn away from me. I got enough on my plate, tryna turn away, tryna turn away. Became the voice out the streets, so my people ain't believe in me. I'm supported by the streets, and the people ain't believe in me.
Perfect.
Wow, it's DaShmackHouse.
Run that back, turbo.
Screw me, Durk, got one of my rooms all flooded with gold. I done bought 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carat in stones. Cash on the California cash, can't wait to go dress my home. Smash all you itty bitty rappers in a minute, I was trying to prolong. On the way to reach my goals, lot of those open and close. I've been spending millions on clothes, I've been making millions off clothes. Stand new money to the old, garbage stay bitches and old. Cut up my shirt full of hoes, don't wanna got a lot of hoes. Shout out my cousin, my kin, my blood, my foe. Hold my 10, I plant that seed, give it water to grow. €500,000 in a third world country, I travel the coast. Always say that I want it, you don't want it, and done it, I do what they don't. Never try to stop my growth, I instead to chase my goals. Nigga, why you watching, I'm grown, nigga can't take my throne. Going through the motion, stay strong, you done been him all alone. Look at all this money we done grown, lot of different places I done flown. Freaky little bitch, she swallow my kid. She swallow my kid. Pull up on the kid, she left her kid at home. It's 10 p.m. and Atlanta where I'm at, it's 4 in the morning. My best Spain and the view is the same, run the corner from Jordan. Speed in the coupe, Jeff Gordon, I got the foreign imported. Knew what we sold out the Barclay, now we gon' sell out the garden. Drop 'em up, fuck up the market, y'all gonna really a Martian. It's squeezing me through like I'm parting, and I'm protected by carbons. Never try to stop my growth, I instead to chase my goals. Nigga, why you watching, I'm grown, nigga can't take my throne. Going through the motion, stay strong, you done been him all alone. Look at all this money we done grown, lot of different places I done flown. On the way to reach my goals, lot of those open and close. Going through the motion, stay strong, you done been him all alone.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna take it to YouTube. What's poppin', man? What's going on? Man, my ears is kind of blown up right now. Holy. Alright. We up in here, man. Let's go live on YouTube. Alright. YouTube, tap in. Everybody tap in YouTube. Let's get it. Alright, let's see. Olé. All right.
In the stage where I didn't have to feel bad on Christmas Day. But boy, you know, that's the poor ain't.
Yeah. Since you start getting money, you know, it's a thin line between saving money, investing money back in yourself. Some people say saving money is for the weak. That's for the scary. That's for the people who aren't sure what where their next dollar may come from. Texas legend.
Tomorrow's not promised to me, you, or nobody else. The greatest reward to living is to die. So ain't bad because get out of here. Most of them die doing what they want to do. Julio died partying. Thought he'd go get some pussy that night. Shit, he got the party, but he didn't get that pussy. Rich homie Quan died doing what he always do, coming home, getting high. Enchanted, she died feeling good, getting high. So death ain't a bad thing, especially if you die doing what you want to do. Yeah, it's them cancers and them health issues that, you know, have a nigga fucked up when you're in a hospital and it's a prolonged death. But when you abruptly die, yeah, that can't be too bad.
The Lil Durk situation. I know we last talked about it. Did 1 million views. It looks like he's going down for another murder.
Yeah.
His brother D-Thing that was killed at a club. They're saying that Durk has something to do with the get back of that situation.
I'm just gonna say this. The FBI don't fuck with nobody if they ain't dotted their I's and crossed their T's.
I told y'all this shit, and y'all was like, nah, OG, you wildin'.
So, yeah, I think it's over with for Durk. I think his fans can just play his music, but I don't think Durk will be making no new music soon unless it's from the prison phone. Yeah, he out of there. Yeah, he out of there. But, you know, that's playing that gangster life. Yeah, that's playing that gangster life. But he'll be all right down there playing Assalamu Alaikum. Yeah, and he got plenty of money to buy commissary for the Muslim brothers, so he'll be all right.
I mean, going from having everything to missing Christmas, missing Thanksgiving, missing your family,
and that little old he done left out here. Ooh, that gonna be hot and steaming wet whenever we get ready to get some. Ooh, right now she trying to hold on. Ooh, boy, but that little pussy. Ooh, it's gonna be hot and steaming wet when it's time to peel them drawers back. Oh, I mean, man.
But they secretly got married this year, I'm hearing.
Man.
So she gon'
he can't touch that. He can't please that.
When they're legally married, the woman can go see, they can get time to themselves, basically. That's what
they get conjugal visits in state prison. I don't know if they give conjugals in federal prison. I think California State do conjugals, but I don't think the feds let you conjugal. Yeah. He might get the finger in visitation and smell it. You know what I'm saying? Go back there and let it sit on his nose and peel his meat back. But shit, for the most part, nigga, one of them close homeboys, one of them friends that's cool with the cousin, one of them homegirl brothers, one of them, somebody gonna be, it got to get touched. Yeah, she ain't gonna be no nun. That's one thing she ain't gonna do, especially if she done had it before. Yeah, they ain't gonna put it on ice forever, Sean. They might put it up for a little bit, but nature got to kick in.
what's going through Lil Durk's head right now? Is it regret or is it I lost Newski, I lost Von, I lost my brother, I lost my manager.
He ain't thinking about none of them. He thinking about that them kids and all the resources that he done had to give up. All the freedom. Man, thinking about the shit he can't do no more. Nigga, he ain't thinking about Von or Newski or his brother. So he living with a lot of regret. Yeah, he living with a lot of regret, homie. Because visitation visits is a motherfucker when it's time to go. Man, it's a shit, man. And that long way from home. So it ain't like, yeah, long way from home, homie. So his daddy'll be able to coach him. But nah, homie, most in prison living with regrets. I don't care how justified they thought they are or think they are in their actions. It's the other side to the coin. So I'm not willing, homie, to be out of my kid's life for my brother. I'm not willing to be out of my kid's life for my homeboy. And I damn sure ain't giving up pussy for nobody. So go give up pussy? And man, and yeah, that, man, no, hell no, homie. So it's a lot of regret. When you done went, man, even the poor nigga, homie, shit nah, homie. Jail ain't no place for no player.
If they offered him 20 years, should he take it?
He should take it.
Nah, 20?
He would take 20 years.
Yeah,
20?
Yeah.
A Dubski?
20 years. Cause you gotta understand, Trump finna come back in office. And Trump mad in the motherfucker that Joe Biden done gave pardons, presidential pardons to murderers, people that's on death row. This nigga got 2 murders. Trump pushing for the death penalty for people like him. So man, he better take them 20 years. He young, he can come home in his 50s and still be all right.
How old is the Lil Durk, like 30?
Yeah. Man, I just met a brother in
20 is crazy. I mean, that's better than life, right? Shit.
From Gary. Got 2 life sentences for a non-violent offense in federal court. He took it to trial. They wanted him to tell on some police officers, but he didn't. He took it to trial and got 2 life sentences. So if he want to roll the dice with an agency and a prosecutor that has a 98% conviction rate, whether that's plea bargains or not, very few people beat the feds. Now, I know a lot of people like to say, well, NBA YoungBoy beat him. No, he didn't. He just beat a case. But he didn't beat them people. Many people had him on house arrest in Utah for 3-4 years that mentally drove him psychologically crazy, where he started playing as the doctor to order drugs.
That's a fact.
Man, shit, they had that nigga.
That's a fact.
Homie, they know how to break you. So 98% conviction rate. Yeah, I'd take them 20 years if I were him. Tomorrow. And let's go and get this started. Cause I don't see him beating this, Sean.
20 is crazy though, my nigga.
If you got one of your homeboys who testified on you, don't take it to trial. He said that in one of his rap lyrics. And look what done happened. Shit, nigga wore a wire on him.
Nah. That's what I want. Who was wearing a wire?
Man, Lil Durk situation is, I mean,
who was wearing a wire?
It's crazy. Like, you have everything and you throw it away. And I always told you, and you argue with me, and I want to plug this in on the interview. I always said it gets worse when these guys get money because money makes people feel untouchable. It gives you power. People around you would do whatever to get the money. I just seen Rod Wave give his homeboy $10,000 to chug 2 Don Julio cups.
I saw that.
Money make people do whatever to get that mighty green dollar.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I saw that.
Niggas would do whatever to get some money, man.
But man, with good sense, a with good sense ain't going to go kill nobody, homie. And he got plenty of money. That's the no sense. Man, I thought the young brother was way sharper than that. Man, I thought he was way sharper than that. At least he talked like he is.
I mean, y'all remember Wallow, or Wallow told Lil Durk, he told him, yo, you know, I had to let that go. You know, when them dudes that came and clapped my brother, I had to let that go. You know what I mean? Look at this interview right here. I mean, y'all remember Wallow was literally, Wallow was dead ass crying.
No. Man, Daddy.
What the fuck he did?
They got Daddy. You ain't never get a chance to get another fucking life, man. You never got a shot. So I understand, man.
Listen,
but if you can see, try to look outside of this shit, because there's a world that's motherfucking waiting for y'all, man. It's a real world that's waiting for y'all. And I'm telling you, take advantage of it. First time in my life. First time in my life.
Talk to him, nigga.
I ever been, listen, nigga, tomorrow I'll be out of penitentiary 5 fucking years. I never been out of the penitentiary a year since I was 11. I spent 5 years in the juvenile system, 20 years in the penitentiary.
Lil Durk wasn't listening, bro. You mind you, the feds was already on Lil Durk when this interview happened.
I'm 42 years old. I spend most of my time on this planet in a cell. So I'm just sprinkling the game with y'all. Some of y'all gonna get it, and I know some of y'all want to change, but the environment don't allow you. Y'all ain't got the shot. And y'all don't have it. And in that ghetto, you just don't have the finances to really move outside of the poverty and the conditions that we boxed the fuck into. So I know y'all up against the fucking 8 ball. But if you could think, man, don't never lose your imagination, because you're gonna be able to see farther in the neighborhood. And that's why every time y'all go out with him on tour or go somewhere, take advantage of what you seeing, man. That exposure will change your mind. Cause we gotta get it right so we can take care of these babies. Because so many of y'all in this room, the OGs, when they see you, you know what they say? Nigga, you rhyme just like your daddy. Your daddy homies is not in position to just out here living off of memories. When them niggas see you, they can't give you no game. Because they on drugs or they ain't in position. So they'll just tell you some shit. Nigga, you just like your daddy. And the sad thing is, you just like your daddy. You ain't never get a chance to get another fucking life, man. You never got a shot. So I understand, man. But if you can see, try to look outside of this shit, because there's a world that's motherfucking waiting for y'all, man. It's a real world that's waiting for y'all. And I'm telling you, man, these babies and these women, they depending on y'all. You understand?
Sure. No,
and you know what I mean? And on some real shit, we race.
He told them.
Each other. But another again, it's the condition of our mind, and I understand, but I'm telling you, it's something waiting for you. And I don't give a fuck what you going through right now, little homies. You bigger than what you going through, nigga. If you on them perks, you fucked up, shit ain't right for you right now. Mm-hmm. The living conditions, nigga, you bigger, that's not you.
Talk to him, cuz.
You're not what the fuck you going through, so just hold on and keep going. Because I'm telling you, man, I can name 20, 30 niggas and my homies is dead. I'm here, though. And I'm going to say some shit that, like, this is documented. You know, I got a TED Talk. I forgave my brother's killer. And I'm saying...
Listen to this right here. This is key, guys. Listen to what he tells him right here.
To say this. Nigga that killed my brother. My brother died in my grandma's arms. In that fucking house that we grew up in. Nigga shot my brother. He ran to the house. He died in Nanny arms when she opened the door. So I'm telling you, this some real shit, man.
How that boy Wallow crying,
if I ain't let
bro.
that shit go, I won't be right here today. I won't be here.
That's a
my
fact,
niece and
though.
My nephews, man, Gil won't be doing this.
And that's the problem, right? Lil Durk couldn't let it go because it was in the comments, right? Slide for Vaughn. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but he ain't slide for Vaughn yet. Lil Durk let the comments get to him. And you know what those same dudes that were commenting slide for Vaughn are doing right now? They laughing at his ass. And that's a straight fact. That's a straight fact. They're straight laughing at this nigga now. The same motherfuckers that was in the comments saying slide for Vaughn.
Want to know me, I won't be able to get y'all this game. But I had to leave. I had to let that shit go. And when I let that shit go, nigga, I started to grow. And I started to glow. And now I'm here today, and it was harder than a motherfucker, man. And I'm talking about this my big brother, nigga. I shared the cell with him. I shared the bed with him when we was fucking kids. This little Steve.
Yeah, that's tough.
I can tell you one thing. Now I'm out here taking care of his daughter, paying for her to go to school, taking care of my nephew.
There you go.
Take care of my mama and my grandmama.
Talk to him. Sure.
That's what it's about. And that's what Wallow was trying to tell Lil Durk. It ain't about being gangster. When you make it to a certain level of success, it's about taking care of the people that love you and the people that been there for you. It ain't about being gangster. Gangster is you making sure your mom's is good. She ain't stressing. Gangster is making sure your kids ain't got to worry about nothing another day in their life. Gangster is staying out of jail. Wallow was telling this man. If Wallow would have went and crashed out and tried to kill or, clap whatever dudes that did whatever they did to his brother, he wouldn't be here.
Because I forgave my brother Killer, but I understand. I understand what y'all going through. But I love all you young niggas in here. And I mean that shit. I love you niggas, man. And I hope y'all make it out. I hope y'all make it the fuck out, man.
Look at Lil Durk, man. Look at Lil Durk's face, man. Damn, bro. Look at as Wallow's breaking down, just read the energy in the room, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, just read the energy, though. Y'all not seeing my man's right here in the corner. He ain't listening to shit. Man's right here in the corner, he whole time, he just like, nigga, whatever, bro. I'm still sliding after this. He looking at that money. That's all he worried about. He's like, shit, that Millie right there. This dude right here, he definitely up to no good right here. Man's right here. He definitely up to no good, bro. Holy. Y'all remember what Durk said? He keep them shooters real close. You know what I'm saying? He keep them hitters real close. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he like...
Straight up, man.
It's so crazy. Yeah, this motherfucker really dropping tears for this shit. Like,
yeah, this shit great, nigga. You ain't listen, nigga. I mean, I think it was still too late at this point.
Shit for real, like.
I love being around the young niggas because, like, you don't understand. Y'all niggas got so much life, and y'all probably don't understand because y'all young. But this system and the way this structure is so scared of y'all because they saying if these niggas ever turn that light cut on in their head, we in trouble because they the most fearless motherfuckers that ever walked the planet Earth.
There you go.
These young black brothers in the ghetto.
Preach, Wallow.
Don't fear nothing. So when you switch that shit and you do an energy transfer, it's over. Y'all nigga ever wake up, it's over, man. Watch.
Facts.
I'm telling you, niggas gonna wake up. It's gonna happen.
And see, for Wallow, right? He always talked to me and he like, cuz you just don't understand how many young niggas I used to see come through that motherfucking jail, man. Young niggas who was just full of life, just now them niggas in there facing that motherfucking homicide, and now them niggas they be done. Them niggas just all of life done left them niggas. Them niggas come from that courtroom. Them niggas done got that 111 years. Them niggas be done, cuz, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we base our whole platform around the young niggas. We don't give a fuck. You know, if we get an old nigga, it's because he a legend. And he got game to give, which has got his attention, motivation, and education. But our platform is the only platform that's based around the young niggas. The young niggas that could really give out game. You feel what I'm saying? So I know his passion when he talking about it because, my cousin Big Steve died when he was in prison. You feel what I'm saying? So
that's why I wanted to push that issue when y'all was like, let's do the interview. Like last year, I'm like, nah, we gonna wait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cause it's like I know the moment right here be like the perfect time for like all of us, like
love it.
The guys with me to get exposure, for us to speak our piece. What been going on in the world is like we waited for that moment, like just that moment. So it's like we just give it to you. That's what I'm saying. And how you dropping tears talking about this shit for real. It's like I knew that environment was just gonna bring the shit out of both of us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. And to all the young niggas out there that's winning, man, don't win to lose, man.
Man's right here in the back. He ain't listening to none of that shit. He's like, I'm sliding on them ops, nigga. Like, what? What you talking about, bro? Like, come on, man.
Don't finally make it to fuck that shit up, man.
Once you make it, you got a big responsibility for it.
Man.
You know, like you gonna open a lot of lives up, man. Like you give motherfuckers hope when you make it. That's just like when you in the city. That's why certain cities thrive so much. When you see like Atlanta, what makes it thrive is that when these young niggas seeing all these machines moving around, people shining, it motivates them to say, man, we got to turn it up. If you from 17th Street, we from 30th Street, motherfucker, like, you see them niggas on 17th Street? Yo, we got to push, what's the name? And when you got a nigga in the hood that's doing sports, he doing music, whatever he doing, y'all got to put the house on him and put the protection on him.
Right.
But put the house on him, nigga. I don't give a fuck. If my cousin rapping and I got to watch him, I got jewelry, I got money in my pocket. No, I got to look naked here, cuz. Put this shit on, man. That's you, nigga. Shine, nigga. Go ahead and shine. Because he the one that got the talent. And stop competing with your fucking homies, man. Niggas want to, man, if your homie rap, he the hottest nigga, stop competing with your homies. If your homie rap hot, he got the hottest, stop competing with him. Don't try to fuck the bitches. Stay out of it. Listen, don't be going at the bitches that he messing with. I'm just being, don't be trying to, listen, don't be competing with a nigga. I'm talking about, no, straight up. Know what the fuck you could do good. Know what you could do good. And do that. Nigga, if you know how to think, you know some computer shit, do some graphics. If you know how to motherfucking, if you got some type of, skill, nigga, if you call in there, you know how to cook, nigga, cook the food, nigga. When y'all get the motherfucking Airbnbs, instead of getting a hotel, y'all get an Airbnb, everybody can break that money down, and you can take your flex pictures in there and all that shit.
All right, so
flex,
Durk.
you got the nice little countertop, you know how that shit, you got the drip on, all that shit, you know how y'all take the pictures, and you can put the studio, straight up, man. Right. Like niggas gotta, listen, if you out here doing it, you gotta move into a position where as though, Durk could say, oh no, we got to pull that nigga up. He ready. We got to get that nigga now. That nigga on fire. He got the streets. He putting that music out. He fucking YouTube up. He engaged me on his Instagram. We got to get that nigga right now. And that's what it's about, man. Like, you got to turn this shit up.
Say, man, everybody in the room, man, give a motherfucking round of applause for Wild Little Luther King.
Get your nut ass out of you, nut ass nigga. Nut ass.
I was dying to bar.
Yeah, man, and that's what it's about, yo. Lil Durk wasn't listening to none of that shit. Neither were the dudes that were right behind him, man. Just finished watching whatever Charleston had to
In
say.
interviews, he talked like he had some good sense. But I guess Chief Keef got all the sense in the world. And I used to thought he was a little retarded boy.
Nah.
Nigga, I used to thought Chief Keef was a little retarded boy. But nigga, he got all the sense in the world. So to look at it, I thought Durk was one of them young niggas that, was game related. Had some good teaching, some good upbringing, had a, nah, homie. He was a straight stew head.
Stew head.
I don't think that. I think after the second, third, fourth murder, you losing people that you're close to. I think Durk felt like people were trying him. I think.
But nigga,
like
wasn't nobody trying him. His brother was still in the streets. I don't know how Newski got killed, but nigga, nobody trying him when they knocked out Vaughn. Man,
I just think it was. I just think death was getting closer and closer to him.
Man, shit, homie. You got them. How many kids you got? 4, 5, 3?
I think like 8, 7.
Nah, he got 7 kids. I ain't know Durk got 7 kids.
Close to them. Man, when you become a daddy, a father, nothing supersedes that. No homeboy, no hood, no street codes. As a man, when I become a father, that's my greatest responsibility in life. So it's nothing on the flip side of this coin that can make me turn this coin over and say, man, f the babies. I'm not for to risk that. No, man. Man, them kids gonna be fucked up without him.
Yeah,
and they
that's a
done
fact.
been used to him, man, they gonna be fucked up.
That's a fact.
Man, so what he doing is he repeating the cycle. So he gonna be in jail a long time just like his daddy was, trying to father from prison. Damn. That same cycle. One of his kids might end up repeating that cycle. Damn. Man, you heard Young Dolph's wife in that Breakfast Club interview when she said her son seems angry. Man, yeah. for your father to be snatched out of your life and he was once present, man, you don't know what that'll do to a little boy.
Speaking of Lil Durk's father, this is his father right here, yo. Look. Lil Durk's father finds it strange that Durk got arrested once he started leaving the streets and stopped dissing the dad.
Legal issues to the lawyers to break that thing
what's dealing with that, the legal issues behind it. As far as the family, as far as me as a father, one thing I can say that it's mighty strange that once he started doing good out there, once he stayed away from all the and dissing and doing things out there in the street, when he turned his life around, when he on his dean now, practicing religion, doing things for the community, bringing about peace in Chicago and throughout various cities, you know, all of a sudden now he being indicted, you know, just right off the Muslim conference that we had in Chicago calling for peace. Now 3 to 4 days later, he's being indicted after that. You know, when he put up on his concert, all the people that got in Chicago showing that this is not what it's about again, he get indicted. But now he's being indicted for that. So look at the bigger picture here. Look at what the government trying to do. I leave all legal issues to the lawyers.
Get him out of here! Yo, OG, much respect to you, man. But what are you talking about? Of course. Doesn't mean because if you go ahead and you do 20 things, right? And then later on, because you done clap 20 dudes or whatever dudes you done clap, and now you're like, I bet I'm not a bad guy no more. I now decide to be a good guy. Let me go be a good guy now. And let me go, you know, change my religion and let me go be with the kids and look like, cause yo, y'all seen Lil Durk? Lil Durk was more on his family man vibes within the last couple of days before he got locked up. Lil Durk was seen taking family vacations. Yo, like, come on, man. Lil Durk, yo, they say that when the feds is closing in on you, feel that ish. Yeah, you feel that shit, bruh. Pause. Them niggas is getting close. They on your neck. You see them weird ass cars parked up around the block. Yeah. And that's a straight fact. You see the weird vibes around you. You feel that shit. Come on, OG. Come on, OG. What are we talking about here? But all right, let's continue watching this.
Not only the little girls, now who protecting them now? You done put this, yeah, nah, man, what protection they got? So, nah, man, man, ain't nothing worth abandoned fatherhood, nothing.
What's your take on this Travis Hunter situation? I mean, everybody's speaking on it. I guess his girl has history and she's in.
All right, so now also on top of all that, Lil Durk's trial date has been moved back. I don't know if you guys know, but his trial date was set to be this month of January, and they pushed that thing back to October of 2025. And one of the main reasons why I think that this is happening is because the feds are like literally trying to like throw the book at Lil Durk. They want to make sure. Now, if you guys don't know, all right, look, we can go back and look at this. They're trying to hit Durk. If you guys don't know, the prosecutors told the judge, listen, man, because Lil Durk was trying to get bailed. So the prosecutors told the judge, listen, man, I don't think it's a good idea that we give this guy bail right now because we're right now investigating him on another possible murder that murder for hire. You know what I mean? And it was the dudes that clapped his brother.
Hinting towards being behind his recent shooting.
Trap Lord Ross, he speaks about it right here. This is what they trying to get Durk for right now. They trying to get Durk on this.
Being closely affiliated with another set called Face World 079. Even the music video for Durk's first nation. Dante Banks Jr., known to his family as Booney and to fans of his brother Lil Durk as D-Thang, was born on September the 15th, 1989. According to their mother's memoir, D-Thang was in many ways the polar opposite of his brother Durk, who was known as a wild child. However, D-Thang also had a short temper, which would often get him involved in fights, and as he grew older, he would also begin to spend a lot of time with older guys from the block, who were hanging out near their home on the corner of 72nd and Green, this area being associated with a local gang known as Dog Pound. Durk was seemingly always close with the Dog Pound crew, but likely due to his closest friends being from Lamron and Taytown, he would also spend more time in that area, despite living in the Dog Pound's hood.
Man, what block we on, Joe? Where we at? 72nd and Green. What's happening right now, man? What's good, man?
Man, Billy D birthday, man. My cousin shit, man. Getting it.
Everybody out here?
Yeah, man. And it's a big drill out here, man.
It's a big drill?
Big drill.
Where y'all from, man?
Boy,
where y'all from, fam?
This dog down here, man. I'm kind of wrong, but I'm
D-Thang wasn't the only one in Durk's family tree who was claiming dog pound, as his late cousin and OTF artist Newski, who was seemingly very close with Durk and D-Thang throughout his childhood, would also claim this set, while also being closely affiliated with another set called Face World 079. Even the music video for Durk's first nationwide hit, This Ain't What You Want, was filmed in the dog pound's hood, as can be seen from the street sign of Green Street at the beginning of the video. Growing up, D-Thang would have two best friends, Chino and SB, who were both from the eastern side of the south side, with at least Chino allegedly being part of the THF-46 gang set located in the so-called low end. After graduating from high school, D-Thang would move to Iowa together with Chino and SB for work, but while being there, Durk would begin to send them songs that he was making, such as the track Lamron Wasted, which would begin to garner attention in Chicago, as SB would later explain during a DJU interview. He would be the one to tell Durk to move away from simply freestyling his lyrics and shouting out all his friends and affiliated sets to actually making more meaningful lyrics that people from all over could relate to.
After high school, me, D-Thang, and Chino had moved to Iowa. You know what I'm saying? We was out there hustling with the, you know, the work, whatever, you know, just hustling weed. Same time, you know, me, I'm always who not only stay in the streets, but I'm a corporate too, so I get a gig, you know what I'm saying, a little supervisor job at a plant, you know what I'm saying, so I'm hustling and working, you know what I'm saying, doing both. So we out there, you know, just chilling. We went to Iowa, you know, go out there hustling and then working. So I never forget, Durk would start sending us songs. You know what I'm saying? Him and his homie Isaac, they were sending us records. I'm like, damn, this is really dope. I'm like, damn, you really got this. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even Durk, he was Tay still, you know what I'm saying? So he finally shot a video with Reggie, Status TV. That's his cousin, you know what I'm saying, Reggie. And the video was wasted. It's probably still on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So it's wasted. So that started going up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It started doing good. Like, not even really doing YouTube videos like that yet. Right. So bro put it and it just started going up. And you know, so he want to do music for real. He want to do this seriously. So we moved back. You know, we was going back and forth, still hustling, you know, getting money to fund this. We moved back and really started doing this serious. And then before you know it, like over just progressing, he kept recording records. I used to be on his like, you know, he used to always want to shout his guys out, shout everybody from the hood, the lamb, you know. Now he's always telling like, blood, the world don't know these. It's cool, shout these out, but you gotta start making real music, start having real songs. Like, I'm tired of every song hearing about your guys.
And after Durk's career would begin to truly flourish between 2011 and 2012, Durk would get D-Thang, Chino and SB and invite them all to join his musical venture, and the four would start the OTF label, something that was actually documented in a noisy documentary that covered the come-up of these young music moguls. Unfortunately, almost since the start, OTF would experience some major setbacks. In May 2014, only a few days after signing his deal with the label, Durk's cousin Newski, aka Nunu, real name MacArthur Swindle, would be gunned down in Chicago, and as was the custom at the time, DJ Academics would soon report on Newski's death in his highly sarcastic style as part of his War in Chirac YouTube series.
It's your boy DJ Academics. To restart the first 48 clock, start pressing up RIP t-shirts because I gotta ask, is there heaven for a Chirac savage? It is with great sadness, great shock, great disbelief that I have to announce that OTF Nunu has been caught lacking at the mall and is now deceased. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please be warned, the following story is very graphic in detail and the involved is at maximum levels.
Following Newski's passing, some of his friends would begin to call themselves Newski Gang or Newski World in his honor. Many of these friends seemingly residing particularly in the Face World 079 hood. Newski's killer has never been caught, but online drill detectives have commonly held one man in particular responsible, this being 051 Melly, one of the most infamous people in drill music history. While practically being from different sides of the South Side, Durk being from Lamron and Melly being from 051 Young Money, Durk had ultimately gotten involved in a serious beef with Melly Set through Lamron's affiliated sets, such as 600, who were in a deadly beef with 051 at the time. There'd also been some people killed in the dispute between Lamron and 051 even before Newski's passing, with a Lamron member called OJ allegedly having been involved in the murder of an 051 member called Fathead, together with 600 members in 2012, while 051 on the other hand had allegedly killed Durk's good friend and a member of Lamron called Lil Rob in 2013. Melly's friend and 051's top rapper, Lil Mark, would also directly diss Lamron and Tay-Town in his March 2014 remix of Durk's song Competition, titled No Competition, rapping how he was smoking Tasty Pack, whom Tay-Town was named after, as well as Lil Rob, before saying that he's 300k and Die L's, with L of course standing for Lamron. Only days after dropping the diss song, Lil Mark would be tragically killed at a bus stop, allegedly by Lil Durk's friends, one of these rumoured to have been King Von himself. And after this, Durk would diss Lil Mark in 600 rapper E-Day's remix to the song War, saying how he was smoking on him. Durk would also film a highly disrespectful video of himself at that very bus stop where Mark had been killed. Newski had also gotten into an online beef with Melly's good friend and Durk's former friend Mubu Crump, who had a bitter falling out with OTF sometime in 2013. And following Newski's death, Crump would film himself at Newski's death site, even saying that he was at the scene with Newski's killer, making many believe that this person was indeed Melly.
I mean, Newski. They left his right here. I'm with the did. He don't want to be on camera though.
Less than a year after Newski's death, OTF would suffer another major blow, as OTF Chino, real name Uchenna Aguina, would be gunned down in March 2015, while sitting in his car outside of a fast food spot in the 8400 block of Stony Island Avenue, after he had taken part in an anti-violence event. Newski and Chino's deaths were devastating for D-Thang, as he would often let his followers know on social media.
D-Thang was crashing out for Newski.
Once again, the same two people, Melly and Crump, would be associated with the hit, with Crump being the one to diss Chino the hardest, again going to the murder location and asking the cashier at the food shop if they had an order for Newski, calling his meal of choice the Chino burger.
Nah, these niggas is disrespectful, bro. Like, yo, these are type of odds, bro. Nah, bro. Motherfuckers went back to the place where he got clapped and asked for a Chino burger. What the fuck?
Y'all got that order for Newski?
Nah, this is diabolical, bro.
Chino burger. Chino burger.
Meanwhile, only a few days after Chino's murder, Melly would tweet a tribute to his fallen friend Lil Mark, together with a cryptic line that indicated that Melly had gotten some kind of get back for Mark. Melly was also fond of dissing both Newski and Chino on social media, and he too would join in on Crump's burger joke during one of his Instagram lives.
Just let me a piece. Yeah, Chino burger. That's what they said.
Crump would continue dissing Newski and Chino, sometimes aiming his words directly at D-Thang, commenting under his tribute post to Chino in 2017 how D-Thang was the reason that Chino was dead, while Lil Durk was the reason that Newski was dead. Clearly, Durk and D-Thang were big targets for their enemies in the streets who had already killed people close to both of them.
They couldn't get to them, so they got to their closest people.
According to Durk and D-Thang's mother, D-Thang himself would end up getting shot twice between 2016 and 2017, but little is known about these incidents. Fortunately, he would seemingly survive both events with relatively little injuries. Mubu Crump, however, wouldn't be so lucky, and in May 2018, he would meet his end as he was gunned down in front of a house party during a drive-by shooting, where Melly would allegedly also get hit, but survive. The killers have never been caught, but the most popular theory online, surprisingly, points to the rivals of OTF, particularly a member of the STL EBT set called Can't Get Right, aka Get Right or Man Man. This theory being further boosted by the claim that another STL member, the infamous shooter Wooski, was allegedly later caught with Crump's murder weapon. However, this claim has seemingly been debunked by the YouTuber Loyalty and Betrayal.
Let's just be clear. Wooski was never arrested with a gun. He was arrested because he shot somebody in the leg twice who didn't want to press charges or whatever, but he was not arrested with the gun. The gun, the shell casings that they found, that they said with that shooting, that they are, I guess, assuming go with that incident, being how the guy moved, the gun obviously moved, so I'm not sure how they matched that up to say that belonged to that. But it matched the gun that was found 10 days later after Wooski was arrested. So Wooski didn't get arrested with the gun. So all those videos have false information.
But after Durk's recent arrest for the murder for hire plot, some Reddit detectives have raised a question whether Crump's murder could have also been organised by Durk, with one Redditor pointing particularly to Durk's December 2020 song called Red Man, where Durk first speaks about his pain after the death of Newski before rapping a now jaw-dropping line where he seems to predict ending up in federal prison in 10 years' time. Durk then mentions how people are asking him what he'll do about someone whose name is bleeped out, but what sounds like he could be mentioning Crump, to which Durk simply responds by saying the other person is already dead. However, these lyrics are vague at best and hardly evidence of anything other than Durk's impressive ability to foresee his future in federal custody. Unfortunately,
there's
only a
no
few months
way,
after the
right,
death
that
of
Lil
Ruben
Durk
Crump,
was out
Durk would
here
experience
literally, like, there can't be no way, right, that Lil Durk was literally out here at doing these things and actually rapping about them, right? Lil Durk will get in the, Lil Durk will go to the streets, have his goons handle some things, and jump in the studio right after and rap about it. Shit. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. A lot of the things that they're accusing Durk of, Durk has rapped about it.
Yet another loss that would hit very close to home, as his cousin Darnell Banks, better known as OTF Baby D, was killed in a shooting in the far south side of Chicago in October 2018. But this wasn't the whole story, as Baby D was not alone at the time of the shooting, but allegedly with D-Thang, whose age at the time matches that of one of the victims reported by local news, as well as another 32-year-old man. The trio would reportedly get ambushed in a McDonald's parking lot shortly before 3 a.m., all of them sustaining multiple gunshot wounds, but thankfully D-Thang would end up surviving.
Can't even grab your
again,
chicken nuggets, bro. They sliding at the McDonald's.
D-Thang and Durk's mother would confirm him being one of the victims of the shooting, writing how this had been one of the most serious out of all of the shootings that D-Thang had survived, and how Baby D's death would leave him heartbroken. Baby D's murder would go unsolved, but Melly's name would once again begin to ring in online speculations, as photos would begin to circulate of one of Baby D's cousin wearing a Long Live Baby D shirt with a large F Melly text boldly printed on the front, together with a picture of him. Durk would also seemingly begin to diss Melly often in his songs following Baby D's death, like saying how there is one special op that they haven't killed yet in his July 2019 song Like That, or even specifically addressing the person who killed his cousin in his August 2019 song Die Slow, this likely being a reference to either Newski or Baby D, while seemingly giving an order to his guys to make sure that he dies slowly. Shockingly, exactly 1 month after the release of this song, 051 Melly would be killed on the south side of Chicago while attending a house party at the 6100 block of St. Lawrence Avenue, this being in the hood of the Jaro City and Taekwon World sets. But despite the peculiar timing, Durk would seemingly have nothing to do with Melly's death, as his killer would allegedly turn out to be someone with a personal vendetta against Melly, a Taekwon World member called 007 Nate, real name Nathaniel Hicks, whose house Melly had allegedly shot up leading up to the killing. However, the evidence against Nate would ultimately not meet the burden of proof beyond reasonable doubt, and despite the facts that he was apparently identified as the shooter by multiple witnesses, and seen entering the house with a gun and then fleeing the house after the shooting, and being eventually caught a few days later with the murder weapon still on him, it didn't stick. Now, if that's not a sign that you can get away with murder in Chicago, I really don't know what is. But anyway, despite having nothing to do with Melly,
yo, what type of lawyer did he have, bro? He had the blicky. He got caught with the gun. There's like, bro, most states, that's all you need, right? They got the murder weapon, bro. You're going to jail. You get caught with the murder weapon, bro. You're going to jail, bro.
his death, Durk would seemingly keep dissing Melly.
That nigga had a crazy lawyer.
His songs, like rapping a bar asking how someone can get killed while partying in his December 2020 song Refugee, and rapping in his intro song for the January 2021 album The Voice that since the person who killed his cousin is dead, he can finally rest, as well as seemingly calling Melly his favourite op who's now dead in the August 2020 song Bad Guys by the former OTF rapper Timo. D-Thang on the other hand would tweet in June 2020 how every op that ever shot him is now dead and that he walks around with 50k in jewelry in his hood, with Chiracologists taking this to mean that Baby D's killer was now dead too. For D-Thang, the shooting that killed Baby D was a near fatal moment and should have probably served as his final warning to get as far away from Chicago as possible. But unfortunately, this was not the case, as D-Thang would seemingly keep returning to his hometown time and time again, until finally in the summer of 2021, his luck would indeed run out. It was only 2 days after Durk got another career high, releasing his #1 collaboration album with Lil Baby, Voice of the Heroes, during the early morning hours of the 6th of June, when D-Thang was out partying in the city of Harvey, which is in the far south side of the greater Chicago area. He was reportedly attending a strip club called Club O, located in the middle of the city's industrial district. According to the Chicago Sun-Times, who would seemingly confuse D-Thang to be a rap artist like his brother, they would explain that the shooting that killed D-Thang involved multiple guns, and even a police officer who was nearby when the shooting started, an officer who would actually get hit in their thigh during the chaos. Unfortunately, D-Thang would be shot in the head, and he was pronounced dead at the scene. Another OTF member called Trail had seemingly been at the club with D-Thang, and he too would get shot during the altercation, but would survive, later posting a thank you message to the people who had been concerned about him. as well as paying tribute to D-Thang and saying that he put his life on the line for him. Soon following D-Thang's death, there would be another deadly shooting only an 8-minute drive away from the club, which the police would consider to be a possible retaliation. The victim in this shooting being a 39-year-old named Seneca Price. But there has since seemingly been no updates about this get-back theory. From here, the media and fans would find out about D-Thang's death, and Reddit would light up with questions and theories, with many wondering why someone as famous and wanted as D-Thang, who had so much at stake with so many enemies, would risk going out partying at such a risky location. The internet would quickly turn into a hub for speculation, as amateur sleuths pieced together their own theories about what might have led to the murder, with some theories speculating that D-Thang had been killed due to his alleged past as a shooter for his Dog Pound set. These theories revolving particularly around Dog Pound's beef with a set called Dump Street, also known as Gutter Gang or Nate Block, sets that are part of the so-called No Love City alliance formed between numerous majority gangster disciple sets around Inglewood. As mentioned earlier in this video, No Love sets have been beefing with the BD sets from Inglewood like Lamron and Dog Pound since at least the early 2010s. Redditors would speculate that D-Thang's murder was get back for the 2013 murder of a man called 8Ball, real name Marcus Rush, who was allegedly part of a set called CMB or Crazyville. This set having years-long ties with Dump Street, while having had at least a decade-long beef with the Dog Pound. D-Thang himself having dissed the set all the way back in 2014, with the wildest theories even claiming that it was D-Thang himself who had actually killed 8Ball, while the most attuned drill whisperers would reveal that many members of 8Ball's set had allegedly been posting tributes to him right after D-Thang's murder.
Let's fast forward this.
To those cases. However, so far, Durk's rumoured hints about the alleged get back for his brother had been relatively vague compared to the self-snitching extraordinaires of modern-day drill music like Lil Jeff and Q50. But on the 27th of January 2022, the plot would thicken considerably as 24-year-old Stefan Mack was killed after leaving a youth peace centre in the Roseland neighbourhood, located in the far south side of Chicago.
This is the guy.
Strike, Stefan, who was
This is the guy that the feds are trying to charge Lil Durk with his murder, Stefan Mack.
Also known as Youngin, was visiting the youth centre where he was reportedly an active participant. Meanwhile, a black Chrysler would enter the centre's parking lot with 2 men waiting inside the vehicle for about 40 minutes, seemingly waiting for Stefan to exit the centre. Then, at around 3 p.m, when Stefan would step outside and begin to walk towards his car, 2 masked men would exit the Chrysler and begin shooting at him, with Stefan attempting to flee by running in the opposite direction. One of the shooters, armed with a Ruger AR-556 semi-automatic rifle, would chase Stefan across the parking lot before shooting him from a distance, which would cause Stefan to collapse on the ground near train tracks, where the shooter would run up to him and finish the job. Shortly after, the youth centre's security guard would step outside to find out what was causing the noise, which would prompt the second assailant to shoot him in the leg with a handgun. The shooters would then abandon the Chrysler in the parking lot and escape on foot, the security cameras capturing one of the assailants with a heavy build running away from the scene. And later that day, police would recover the Ruger AR rifle from the backyard of a vacant residence located nearby. Sometime after Stefan's murder, Durk and an OTF member called Chug would once again make suggestive posts on their Instagram stories, both using the caption "For D-Thang," with Durk also using the name of his recent song.
Bro.
Aha, which at this point hadn't even been released yet, while Chug would refer to something being a sad case. Not long after, at the beginning of February,
Nah, yo, like, bro, what? Y'all really catching this though? Lil Durk posts this picture right here on his Instagram.
Name of his recent song.
Look, this is Lil Durk right here posting this, right? Yeah, this is Lil Durk's page right here. He posts the OTF and he says, "For D-Thang." Aha. Come on.
Get him out of here.
Bro, Lil Durk ain't never coming home, gang. And I know this doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove anything, but bro, like, yo, come on, bro. This is crazy. I wasn't really paying attention to all this stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, I listen to Lil Durk's music, but I be thinking some of this stuff be kind of cap after a while, right? Because you would think that when you make it to a certain level of success, we're looking at this like, yo, man, it can't be real, right? Because you can't be living that life after you touch this amount of success. But yo, in fact, Lil Durk was really rapping about what was going down in the streets. And Lil Durk was really so successful that some people didn't even believe it. His fans probably didn't even think this shit was real. That's why they kept saying slide for Von. Slide for Von? Durk was sliding for everybody. Yo, listen, let me tell y'all something right now. And I'm going to keep it all the way funky with y'all. Y'all know where we at, man.
It's the DaShmackHouse.
I'm going to tell y'all the straight facts. There's a lot of these street dudes right now that they're sleeping at night, knowing that Lil Durk is locked up behind bars and he can no longer put bounties on their heads. Well, at least I think. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of Chirac so-called demons right now getting 8 hours of sleep because Lil Durk is locked up behind bars. I'm just keeping it all the way funky. This nigga Lil Durk was a demon, bro. Like, this was the type of dude that, yo, listen, man. It didn't matter what, and he said this in one of his songs. He says it doesn't matter how much it costs when it comes to taking his ops out. Nah, yo, I gotta keep it all the way funky with y'all. There's definitely a couple dudes sleeping well at night. And probably coming outside more now that Lil Durk is locked up. You know what I mean? And a lot of these OTF dudes are locked up. All right, let's continue watching this and we'll get more to the breakdown.
Aha, which at this point hadn't even been released yet, while Chug would refer to something being a sad case. Not long after, at the beginning of February, one Chiracologist would post these stories to Reddit, whilst also linking them to the murder of Stefan, who the poster claimed to be a member of the set Smashville 85th, whilst also allegedly having connections with the so-called Melly Way that's named in honor of 051 Melly, with some even claiming that Stefan was in fact Melly's cousin. Smashville is located around 85th Street in the Auburn Gresham neighborhood in the far south side of the city, far away from the childhood stomping grounds of D-Thang and Durk in Inglewood. However, the set is affiliated with the Dump Street, aka Gutter Gang, from West Inglewood, who have been rumoured to be behind D-Thang's murder. There weren't initially many theories about who were the two people behind the murder, but unbeknownst to the public at the time, the alleged killers were making sneaky references to their crimes on social media. For example, on the 15th of February, a man called Mike City AJ would post on his Facebook how his set had been spanking their ops so much that they're about to give up. As his name indicates, Mike City AJ has ties to a set called Mike City, or Mike Block, also known as Gator Gang, a BD set located on 86th and Morgan, which is named in honor of their fallen member Mike, who was killed in 2012. Lamron and Taytown.
These guys just come up with their own names. Like, they just come up with their own names for their shit.
At least a decade at this point, and AJ himself has clearly been close with Taytown members on social media for a while, even seemingly appearing in a March 2021 music video of TTE Day Day, who's one of Durk's oldest friends from Taytown. A YouTuber called Kenny Rogers, who claims to be from the same neighborhood, would open up about AJ's childhood and reputation in the streets, telling how AJ and other young'uns from Mike City were like sicarios, a private army for hire with a feared reputation, who would eventually get affiliated with OTF members such as Booney Mo.
Watch this and did what we did. You know, but AJ, they decided, like, they like scenarios, well, I say scenario, sicarios.
Nah.
You know what I'm talking about, like a private army for hire. You know what I'm saying? Now, we warned them about that because when the guys came out there trying to connect and all that, like, no, we've been holding our own. What's like the, we know what y'all own. Y'all ain't finna use them. But, you know, the younger guys got into too many, you know, they wanted to make a name for themselves. They wanted to hang around because of their name and shit like that. But we was telling them, y'all bigger than them. Real talk. But AJ, yeah, they was feared, and you can hire them to kill your cat if you wanted to, and not having somebody have your paperwork on the internet. Now you being affiliated with Booney Mo and OTF and all that other shit. And, you know, doing that to allegedly Stephen Matt, 051 cousin.
Indeed, on the 21st of February, less than a month after Stefan Mack's murder, Durk would drop his music video for the song Aha, which was filmed in Chicago. Later on, online detectives would notice that
this is when Durk self-snitches right here.
People who were at the
on
video
this
shoot,
song,
you can
Aha.
see someone who looks a lot like Mike City AJ, showing that he was indeed possibly connected all the way to the very top of the OTF hierarchy. But what people would also notice were the rather revealing lyrics that Durk was dropping in the song. First, he would begin with a disclaimer saying how everything he's about to say is just entertainment and not real. Durk then mentions how his shooters have been sliding through their ops block, but the ops
We've been sliding through the blocks and they don't know we have buddy ass got shot and we ain't claim it. But I can show his ass, bruh. Skirt. Nah,
and that someone from the ops side got shot, and while Durk didn't claim it, he can show them proof. Durk would then seemingly be done with beating around the bush, as he would explicitly state how he's been heavy on the downers since D-Thang got killed, but they already got back for him, and that their ops know it, but they don't post on social media so the police don't find out. Durk would then seemingly change his...
Get him out of here! Yo, he says in the song, yo, I don't post it on social media so the police don't find out. So let me rap about it so they don't, like, what? Bro, this is crazy. This is a new thing. You know what I mean? Like, this is what Jay-Z used to talk about. This is the type of ish that Jay-Z used to talk about when he used to say, y'all self-snitching. Yeah, this is self-snitching.
His mind about this all being just entertainment, as he would swear on his brother's life that everything he's speaking is facts and not just a diss. Durk would then end his first verse by saying how people might say that he's just a singer, so he won't kill anyone, but he doesn't care what they think because he got their friend shot. The hook of the song would even acknowledge that Durk's activities will put him in jail, rapping he's dropping locations and getting revenge, and that the feds will soon come. It seems that Durk was sending a lot
obviously
of messages with this song, but likely only the people involved in these Chicago gang wars would truly understand. But what he was clearly putting out there for the whole world to see was that his brother D-Thang's death was still weighing heavily on his mind, and that for him, this in fact was not just entertainment.
Meanwhile, in May 2022, a rapper from the Dump Street or Gutter Gang called GG Juju would release his song titled Don't Be a Fool, where he would seemingly diss D-Thang by rapping how he will not be searched when going to a club before mentioning how that is how a fool got killed, and saying that if people mention Gutter Gang, they're going to end up on the news. Juju would also seemingly diss Durk, saying how some people were always acting too tough on their songs and always rapping about switches and drakes, but that they got them too. This likely being a reference to Durk literally having a song titled Switches and Drakes. After this, some time would pass, but on the 6th of June 2022, exactly 1 year after D-Thang's passing, Durk would make another cryptic post on his Instagram.
Shot in the air got me sick. He got hit. They ain't known in the city, only for they people who got split. The pump. Yo, Durk is out here. Like, I can't believe like he was posting this shit on his real Instagram.
Story quoting lyrics about someone getting hit and how certain people are only known in the city because of their friends who got killed. But instead of signing the post with his usual moniker, The Voice, he would sign it this time as The Pump, which some internet sleuths would believe to be yet another sign that Durk was making a reference to the murders of J-Ski and Oil taking place at a gas station pump. Meanwhile, Durk's friend and OTF member Booney Mo would post a much clearer message simply stating F the dump, this seeming like a rather obvious reference to the Dump Street set. The following month in July, Durk and the rapper Lil Zay Osama would release the song F My Cousin Part 2, and this time Durk wouldn't hold back one bit, rapping a direct threat to his ops that if they were even at the scene when his brother was killed, they're going to die too, before mentioning specifically his ops from the west, with Dump Street being located directly to the west of Taytown and Lamron, saying how 2 of their members died immediately after D-Thang's death. At this point, it seemed obvious that if Durk wasn't directly claiming the hit of J-Ski and Oil, he was at least dissing them openly. And then, in December, Booney Mo would release his single titled For Real, together with a lavish music video that was posted on Durk's YouTube channel. And in the song, Booney would repeat Durk's bar about 2 people dying the next day, whilst also seemingly referring to the shooting that killed D-Thang as fluky, which some believe supports the idea that D-Thang might not have even been killed on purpose and was in fact simply hit by a ricocheting bullet. This theory also being supported by the news report about the shooting, with the police describing how D-Thang was simply caught amongst a barrage of bullets. In April 2023, On a Couch TV would post a hood vlog with none other than Dump Street. But interestingly, they were also joined by the rapper 85th Lil Smoke, who just so happens to be from Smashville, the very hood where Stefan was allegedly from, showing that these sets were indeed very close with each other. In the comments of the video, one viewer would ask On a Couch TV to ask him about D-Thang, but he would reply, calling that viewer federal, before saying that he knew that they wouldn't answer questions about that anyway. But still, On a Couch would seize the moment and ask them about Durk, inquiring whether they considered Durk to be the voice of Chicago, which would surprisingly receive a rather cordial response from the crew, who say he's a good rapper, but he's not the voice of the streets, and that he can't stop the gang war.
So how y'all feel about Durk basically taking the title as the voice of the Chicago, like what he say was go on in the trenches?
No, see what you mean.
He can rap.
He can rap. I ain't lying. But voice of what trenches? Ain't nobody run. Nobody run. No, listen, bro.
He's a good rapper.
You know, he can rap. He can sing. Voice hell, right? He ride probably his side of town. All of them. But we ain't speaking. He from that side of the
ain't doing rappers and everybody can relate to it.
Because he was basically saying, like, if somebody like him came down and wanted to bring peace in Chicago, like, it actually happened.
That's happened, man, because too much blood shit in the city. Yeah, ain't nobody. Like, he ain't gonna like it. You can come in your hood, show what the to it, nah, yeah, but you ain't no, you can't do that for you. You can't talk for everybody. You need to talk for you.
Meanwhile, Durk would keep hinting at the get back for D-Thang in his songs, like in the track Pellicoat that he would drop in May as part of his Almost Healed album, where he would once again rap how 2 people had died after D-Thang's murder. A few months later, on the death day of J-Ski and Oil, a member of a set called Melt Gang, who were affiliated with Dump Street aka Gutter Gang, would finally send a clear message back to Durk by posting an Instagram story with a caption that he was smoking on D-Thang. In response, a member of Faceworld 079 aka Nooski Gang, who were affiliated with Dog Pound and close to Durk, would share a post about the murders of Oil and J-Ski to his Instagram profile, together with Lil Durk's Pellicoat song, and specifically the part of the song that says how 2 people died after D-Thang's death, while his very next post would say that Oil and J-Ski were his favourite people to smoke. The dissing between these two alliances had now gone far beyond small subliminal jabs to damn near federal public confessions. But things were about to get a lot more interesting, because in October 2023, Mike City AJ, real name Anthony Montgomery Wilson, together with another man called Marley, real name Preston Powell, would be charged with the murder of Stefan Mack. But this was no ordinary state charge, this was a federal charge. And this was no typical murder charge either, this was a...
This is when Durk knew, at this very moment right here, things are about to get real in the field for me. Because he knew that if these guys went down, these guys might have been the ones that might have, you know what I'm saying? Gave Durk up. Who knows?
A murder for hire. Yes, murder for hire in 2023. As the feds would allege that AJ and Marley had been in contact with someone in another state who had promised them a reward for the murder of Stefan. Following these charges, AJ would be arrested and taken into custody, but Marley would seemingly make a run for it, with the FBI releasing a wanted poster for him and even local news reporting on his attempt to avoid the law.
At the time, it was already clear that the feds were holding any information regarding this case close to their chest, as the file docket for the case is full of sealed documents. But the reason for this would be revealed in December 2024, as the feds would suddenly unseal more documents related to the case in the lead up to Durk's detention hearing in the Lil Pab case, including an application for a search warrant in Texas, and more importantly, an affidavit in support of that application. This affidavit, which dates all the way back to April 2023, would reveal explosive information that the feds were indeed investigating Lil Durk's connection to the murder of Stefan Mack. The affidavit would provide numerous interesting details about Mack's murder, including the fact that Mike City AJ had done a C-Day and left his phone at the crime scene. And while at the crime scene, he had also been calling Marley by name.
These niggas was off the pergies. Them niggas is calling each other by their names while they got masks on. Nah, bro, what the hell, bro?
Payment from Lil Durk, and after seemingly receiving the payment, AJ had been bragging about it and claiming the hit on social media by posting himself with a big stack of cash together with the lyrics from Lil Durk's Aha song. With findings like these prompting Chiracologists online to joke how Durk had hired the dumbest assassins on earth to do the job.
That's
an
a
employee
fact.
of the youth center would also allegedly...
These niggas got Lil Durk locked up, bro.
Revealed to the feds that the killers had been tipped off about Mack's location by 2 brothers from a set called Risky Road, who seemingly knew Marley, aka Powell, as he lived in their hood at the time of the crime. But the paperwork would also reveal some interesting background information. For example, the feds would claim that Mack was not only affiliated with Smashville, but according to their informant, he was in fact the set's leader. Another informant, on the other hand, would claim that Lil Durk was offering money for the murder of those responsible for his brother's death, and even for the murder of any gangster disciple in general. The same informant would also reveal that Dump Street had indeed been behind D-Thang's murder, and that Mack had been a close associate with a Dump Street member who the feds referred to as Individual A. Individual A would turn out to be a man named Diamani Green, who had been arrested in December 2021 for an unrelated double murder, and who would be better known in the streets as Gutter Gang Puke, or simply GG Puke, as his rap name would be. Following the release of this paper,
this nigga's name is GG Puke.
Many would start to claim that GG Puke was in fact the Dump Street member responsible for the murder of D-Thang, although the feds would...
I like that name, Dump Street. That sounds nice.
Not explicitly make this connection in the paperwork, as they would simply state that according to their informant, D-Thang was killed by members, plural, of Dump Street, and that Puke, aka Individual A, was a close associate of Mack, not that Individual A killed D-Thang. However, to many, it would seem that the feds were heavily alluding to Puke being the one responsible for the murder and the reason why Mack was ultimately killed. It's also worth noting that the Chiracologists had been alluding to a locked-up rapper from the Dump Street being responsible for D-Thang's death even before the new paperwork, and after Puke's name would begin to circulate, the online sleuths would quickly uncover a 7-year-old Zach TV video showing Puke hanging out in Harvey, the very city where D-Thang would eventually be killed.
This is Puke? Oh my god.
While Lil Durk's music has continued to provide more insights into the field to the feds that the killers had been tipped off about Mack's G. Puke was in fact the Dump Street member responsible for the murder of D-Thang, although the feds would not explicitly make this connection in the paperwork, as they would simply state that according to their informant, D-Thang insights into the events related to his brother's death. In early 2024, his song called Survivor, or I Did It Without You, was leaked online, the lyrics seemingly describing why However, to many, it would seem that the feds were heavily alluding to Puke being the one responsible for the murder and the reason why Mac was ultimately killed. It's also worth noting that the Chiracologists had been alluding to a locked-up rapper from the dump street being responsible for D-Thang's death even before the new paperwork. And after Puke's name would begin to circulate, the online sleuths would quickly uncover a 7-year-old...
This is Puke right here. Nah. Puke doesn't even weigh 50 pounds, my nigga. Like, look at this shit. This is the dude that's out here clapping things? This dude clapped Lil Durk's brother, D-Thang? Damn, bro. Yo, that's what sucks about the new generation, right? Like before, like, you know what I'm saying? There was nobody had straps, right? So like if you wanted to get somebody, you had to walk up on them and you had to stab them or something. You know what I mean? Like people wasn't shooting nobody back in the day. But now you could be the biggest guy in the world and a dude like Puke that weighs like 75 pounds could take your ass out. He could pull up next to your shit and he could just air that thing out. And Puke is gone. Damn. I'll tell y'all something, man. I don't argue with nobody no more. I ain't arguing. Y'all got it. You got it, my nigga. Like, damn.
Old Zach TV video showing Puke hanging out in Harvey, the very city where D-Thang would eventually be killed. Meanwhile, Lil Durk's music has continued to provide more insights into the events related to his brother's death. In early 2024, his song called Survivor, or I Did It Without You, was leaked online, the lyrics seemingly describing why Durk would eventually fall out with his old set Lamron, siding fully with the Tay-Town instead, as Durk would...
He said, brother die, you ain't retaliate, that's why I don't really fuck with you. Catch a nigga from the dump with you on the block, I'ma slump all of y'all. Nah. So I guess some of Lil Durk's boys or dudes that used to be cool with him are chilling from dudes from the other side, from dump block. Saying?
Would seemingly insinuate that Lamron had not tried to retaliate after D-Thang's death, and that if he catches any Dump Street members on Lamron's block, he's going to kill them and the Lamron members with them. Around the same time as this song would leak, Dump Street rapper GG Montana would post a snippet to his song where he appears to be taking shots at Durk, literally taunting him about D-Thang's murder while saying that they're beefing with real rap goofies. For now, there's no charges against Durk in the murder of Stephon Mack, and it seems that these documents were unsealed more in an effort to prevent Durk from getting bail on the Lil Pab murder case. Ultimately, only time will tell if he will end up going down for his brother too. But what's most interesting is that if Durk was indeed using his rap money to pay for his enemies to be killed in the streets, from here, his career would only continue to rise, and rather suspiciously, so too would the body count, as more and more of those people who Durk had issues with would wind up dead, with Durk never missing an opportunity to jump on the mic and brag about these murders for the whole world to hear.
Yeah, nah. Listen, Durk, gang. Listen, gang. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. From what we're looking at here, bro, this is just not good. It's looking loopy and it's looking spooky. And it's not hilarious, like Gunplay says. It's not hilarious, nah. It's spooky though. It's looking spooky. Yes. I don't know. Who could save Lil Durk, man? I don't even think that the amount of money that Lil Durk has could save him in this situation. I don't know. We don't know. That's the problem. We don't know. You know what I mean? Like, he's in a bubble, bro. This is not looking good for my boy Durk Skeetos. And the problem with Durk Skeetos is that he was really rapping about all the things that he was out here actively doing. There's nobody to snitch on. Now, I'm gonna show y'all something. Let me see if I find it. Hold up. Hey, where is it? Charleston White, Funny and South.
I leave all legal issues to the lawyers to break that thing. What's dealing with that, the legal issues behind it, as far as the family, as far as me as a father, only thing I can say that it's mighty strange that once he started doing good out there, once he stayed away from all the and dissing and doing things out there in the street, when he turned his life around, when he on his dean now, practicing religion, doing things for the community, bringing about peace in Chicago and throughout various cities, you know, all of a sudden now he being indicted, you know.
It's too late, OG. It's too late. It's too late. That's the problem. It's too late. He already did what he already did. You understand what I'm saying? And they don't care no more, bro. Like, yeah, you got the key to the city. Diddy had the key to the city and they came and scooped his ass up. That's what Lil Durk thought. Lil Durk thought, yo, listen, man, let me just, yo, I'm changing my religion now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a religious man. I'm a family man. Bro, Durk was out here going on family vacations, bro. That nigga Durk don't be going on no family vacation. That nigga Durk was out there with the shooters, man. Y'all ain't see that boy $1 million a game with them hitters behind him? Come on, man. That's what Lil Durk was doing. Lil Durk wasn't out here going on no family vacations. Nah, Lil Durk wasn't getting caught doing none of that. Lil Durk was outside with them dudes. You know what I'm saying? He was out there moving the cash around. So his dudes could just, at any time, just slide on dudes. Bro, y'all don't remember King Von? King Von was up at 5 in the morning, ready to slide on dudes. I'm talking about he wanted to slide on the ops at 5 in the morning. One of his mans is knocked out and you could hear King Von like, nah, yo, wake your ass up, my nigga. You gotta go slide on these niggas right now. They lacking right now. Yo, you know who be sliding at 5 in the morning? The cops. When the cops come knock your door down, they come at 5 in the morning. That's the same time King Von was up at. The only thing is that he wasn't a cop, my nigga. He was really a goon, sliding straight, put up to your crib at 5 in the morning. Making it look like 4th of July, my nigga. Like, yo, listen, man. Real demon. Now, Lil Durk ain't no real, like, demon. Now, the problem with Lil Durk is the money that Lil Durk got makes him a demon because he was pulling strings. You know what I mean? He was paying whatever he had to pay to make sure that them ops was taken care of. And although all the people in his comment section were saying, oh, slide for Von, but why you don't slide for Von? Y'all remember how 6ix9ine was clowning that man? 6ix9ine was clowning that man hard. Oh, you know, why you ain't slide for Von though? Why you know, it was always, watch, I'm gonna find it for y'all. I think he was with he was like, yo, but why he ain't slide for Von? You know what I mean? Hold up. See if I find it.
They know the exact.
Look.
That nigga that put a fucking 10 bullets in King Von and he died there by himself. Why nobody slid for that nigga? So what is Durk doing? He's not doing shit. Before you leave Miami, you call Durk and get him in the same room as me. Make it happen. They know the exact nigga that put a fucking 10 bullets in King Von and he died there by himself. Why nobody slid for that nigga? So what is Durk doing? He's not doing shit.
And that's what Wack 100 was saying. Wack 100 was saying, but how you know that?
Before you leave Miami, you call Durk and get him in the same room as me. Make it happen. You got the phone right there. Oh, but
and what are you saying? You can make that call.
No, but I'm saying the excuse.
You want to head up with Durk?
Yes, and you gonna say, yo.
Hold on, wait. You look at me in my face.
Yo, I've been telling you, look at my face.
And you telling me you want to head up with Durk?
Head on with Durk. Head on Durk in the bathroom right there. I've been doing that.
Pause.
No cameras?
No cameras. I've been doing that.
You wasn't doing that in jail. You know your ass was on.
Are you crazy?
Nah, 6ix9ine be gassing.
Before you leave Miami.
6ix9ine really not like that. I don't think he is. But yeah, yo. I mean, yo, listen, man. It's like that's how it is. You know what I mean? Slide for Von. Now this man slid for Von. Now what? Now, if you guys, like I told you guys before, his bail was also denied. And he was willing to put up $3 million with his label putting up $1 million. They don't want to hear it. That's why the prosecutors are coming to the judge now like, yo, judge, nah, chill. We can't let this guy go because he's a flight risk. You know what I mean? Like, if you guys don't know, when they called Lil Durk lacking, when they picked his ass up to lock his ass up, he was on his way to the airport and he booked like 4 different flights that day. The real problem is that Lil Durk was nervous. Lil Durk knew that the feds was closing in on him. And one way of finding out if you have a warrant is if you book a flight. You know what I mean? Book a flight. And if you get that phone call, then you already know what time it is. I have a warrant for your arrest. Lil Durk bought like 7 different flights that last day. One going to like Italy, the other one going somewhere else. Like, bro. Shambles. Lil Durk knew they was closing in on him. Damn. This is not good. All right. Let's talk about my guy here, Mr. Joe Buttons. Joe Buttons? Now, if you guys don't know, Mr. Joe Buttons has been hit with some charges, man. Yeah, man. Mr. Joe Buttons has been hit with some charges after supposedly he was seen on his neighbor's ring camera completely naked, man. And balls out, you know what I'm saying? Jaw hanging out, you know what I mean? Supposedly, the neighbor claims that, you know, Joe Budden is seen on the ring camera trying to put the code to get into. If you don't know, in these apartment buildings, sometimes they have like this keypad for you to be able to enter your apartment. And supposedly, Joe Budden is seen on this ring camera, you know, putting in the code, trying to get into this apartment. She's saying he failed to put the correct code about 5-6 times. And then he later walked back to his apartment. Joe Biden has came out to say that he was sleepwalking, and people are saying that they're calling that cat. You know what I mean? They saying that ain't true. They saying that Joe Biden was on his freaky itch. I don't know how freaky Joe Biden gets, but this is super freaky. Now it's gonna be interesting to see if this ring camera footage is ever gonna get leaked. Right? This woman is sitting on some content right now. You know what I mean? It says here, Joe Budden was charged earlier this month after authorities claimed his neighbor saw him outside their apartment on ring camera footage, completely naked. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Budden was charged on December 4th in Edgewater, New Jersey for lewdness. The Edgewater Police Department released a statement on December 30th about the incident after news of the charge broke online, explaining officers were called to an apartment complex in the area at approximately 7:21 in the morning. Damn, like this was early in the morning. My boy with Joe Buttons was out, you know what I'm saying? Nuts hanging early in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Holy. Edgewater Police Department says the caller was alerted by their ring camera that someone was outside their home, and when they looked at the footage, they claimed Budden was standing outside naked as the day he was born. The caller claims video shows Budden attempted to enter a code into the resident's door keypad several times before heading back to his apartment. Yo, this would be some hilarious ish to actually see Joe Buttons doing this. Mr. Buttons, is that you? You know what I'm saying? Like, heading back to his apartment in the same building, the court complaint says the resident and two juvenile daughters observed the offense live on their phone. What? Oh, nah, bro. Now they're gonna start hitting you with the Diddy itch, bro. You know what I'm saying? By the way, Button recently talked publicly about strife with his neighbors, claiming he was kicked out of his apartment for continuing to record episodes of his podcast there. He's also previously said on his podcast that he's a sleepwalker. I mean, yo, that's the problem with a lot of these apartment buildings. You know what I mean? Like, yo, y'all gotta get y'all paperwork right. And y'all big podcaster. Like, Joe Budden has a big platform. You would think that he would have his paperwork right. If he's gonna be recording his podcast in this building, you would think that he has permission. I mean, we seen what Fresh and Fit went through. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fresh and Fit, but Fresh and Fit was also kicked out of the Panorama Tower in Brickell. Where they used to film their podcast for the same reason that, you know what I mean? Neighbors were complaining, oh, get these misogynistic guys out of this building, blah, 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 blah. Or I'm gonna, multiple neighbors start saying, well, if you guys let them keep filming in here, we're gonna move out. And it causes problems, you know what I mean? So I would have thought that Joe Buttons was a little smarter than this, you know what I mean? Like, come on, Joe Buttons. You telling me that you ain't here recording in this apartment building and you ain't got your paperwork right? You're supposed to let these people know that you're recording in there. It's just how it works, bro. Like, if you're a small content creator, nobody cares. Feel me? But when you're that big of a celebrity and apartment buildings is hard. Like, we seen Fresh and Fit now move into another apartment building, but I guarantee you for a fact, I could most certainly guarantee you that Myron got that paperwork right because he owns this building. You know what I mean? Like, not the building, but he owns that apartment. And this is what happens, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So, yeah, bro. Joe Buttons is tweaking. And the internet's going to have their laugh, bro. Everybody's going to have their laugh with Mr. Buttons because you know what? Joe Buttons always got something to say. So, people are going to have their laughs, right?
Dog, I wouldn't give a fuck what happened. When you get in my bed, butterscotch, you getting the fuck out. You will wake up.
No, you getting woken up. Yo,
I beat your fucking arm off.
What the fuck is you doing?
Yo, bro. You crazy, nigga.
Definitely at least throw the pillow at you. As soon as you come in the room, yo, what you doing?
Nah, you could be in the room looking for some shit.
If you bust in my room, fam, what are you doing? Yo, my nigga, yo, what you doing?
Yo, you're not getting in no bed.
You're not making it to the bed.
Yo, you're not getting in no bed.
And I ain't fighting you because you.
Word. You will wake up. I will run in the next room or something. You're not getting in the bed with me. Nah. You wouldn't even have got a chance to sleep wild. I would have got up.
Nah, sleepwalking is a scary thing, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? Like, sleepwalking is scary. Because you don't know what you could do, right? Like, yo, sleepwalking is so dangerous that you could hop outside and you could go in your car and drive away. Like, you could do, bro. You've seen a million things happen off of sleepwalking, right? What the hell, bro? But it is what it is, man. Mr. Joe Buttons, yeah, sleepwalking, you know what I mean? Now he got hit with a couple charges, which you got to go to court for. Now, the caller claims the video shows Buttons attempted to court. All right, we've seen that. The allegations against Mr. Buttons are a minor charge, not even resulting in an arrest. A charge from Mr. Buttons is looking forward to beating in court on the merits, not in the press. The chief's comments are reckless and, in our opinion, racially motivated. Oh, man. Our research has not shown a single press release on a disorderly person charge on the police website this year. His choice to single out Mr. Buttons, in our opinion, is self-motivated and based off of Mr. Buttons' race and celebrity status. Hey, yo, remember, a lot of people don't like Mr. Buttons. They just don't like that nigga, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they don't like Joe Buns. And those people in his apartment building, they were probably happy he did this because they were like, great. You know what I mean? Because they had already been complaining about him recording his podcast there, which is funny because his last podcast was now filmed in a new location. Well, they're saying it's the old location where he used to film before. It's in a basement somewhere. And he's back there doing his podcast, which I guess from there he's not going to get kicked out, right? I guess he's got a warehouse or something. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Buttons is probably a smarter guy. But yeah, yo, I mean, listen, man. Sleepwalking is a scary thing, bro. I keep it all the way funguita with y'all, bro. I slept walk before, but I was super young. I was a kid when I slept walk. And I remember waking up in the middle of that shit. And I heard it's not good for somebody to wake you up, right? Like I heard that it's not even safe. Like I heard you could die if somebody wakes you up in between the sleepwalk. I heard you gotta let a sleepwalker walk. That's what I heard. I heard you gotta let them niggas walk. Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. All right. Now we can move on from Mr. Joe Buttons for now. If you guys don't know, this has just happened a few hours ago, and I'm pretty sure that if you guys been browsing social media, you probably know about this because it's been trending all day today. And it has broken headlines. I'll go ahead and play a video here on YouTube so you guys can see. Now, this happened in Vegas.
We want to shift gears for a moment because we got a lot happening today, folks. We got multiple law enforcement sources now telling NBC News that the Tesla Cybertruck that burst into flames outside of the Trump International Hotel in Vegas is being looked into as a possible terror attack. You're looking at video of what happened right here. We now know, let's bring that video up, guys, if we can. We now know at least one person is dead and 7 others are hurt. Those sources also telling us the Cybertruck was rented on the same service used by the suspect in New Orleans. Tesla CEO Elon Musk reacting today on X saying, quote this, the whole Tesla senior team is investigating this matter and that they've never seen anything like this. I want to bring in Emily Ikeda, who's been on this for us throughout the afternoon. I mean, this is also this kind of fast developing story happening on the same day as this horrendous terror attack in New Orleans. Of course, as of this very moment, important to reiterate, there is no connection between the two. Nonetheless, now being investigated also in Vegas as a terror attack, possibly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we started to get a sense for the degree of seriousness of the situation when you start to see the expanding number of resources focusing and investigating the Cybertruck explosion and fire. There's the FBI that's involved on top of the local law enforcement agencies, the fire agencies. The governor has been monitoring this as well. So as you had just mentioned, we're now learning from several law enforcement sources that this is being investigated as a possible terror attack, that officials believe at this time that it was intentional, though the motive at this point still remaining unclear. Those sources telling us that the person killed was the driver of the cyber attack. 7 others, as we have been reporting throughout the day, sustained minor injuries. Several people transported to the hospital. The sheriff says that police and fire first received reports of a vehicle fire and explosion around 8:40 local time this morning. The fire department responding within just a few minutes, 4 minutes, they say. And the sheriff also pointing out that the 2024 Cybertruck pulled up to the front glass doors of the Trump Hotel, and it started smoking. Shortly thereafter, there was an explosion and fire. Witnesses describe hearing a really loud sound, bangs, explosions, and then many of them have been evacuated from the hotel. They are still, while the fire is out, they're still urging people to avoid that area. We expect to get more information from law enforcement later today with another news conference expected. But throughout the day, they've been acknowledging a couple of things. Look at, the timing, right? It's in the hours in the wake of this terrible tragedy in New Orleans. 2, the location. You can see that Cybertruck just outside of Trump Hotel. This is on the northern end of the Las Vegas Strip. And then also you think about who's related to the Cybertruck. Elon Musk, who you had mentioned earlier, had posted a statement earlier today. He was recently appointed a position in President Trump's second administration. We did also hear from the Trump Organization and President-elect Trump's son. They acknowledged a reported electric vehicle fire, also saying in part the safety and well-being of our guests and staff remain our top priority. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Las Vegas Fire Department and the local law enforcement. As you had mentioned, the Cybertruck was rented. It was rented to an individual, according to sources, for the month of December. It was the same rental company that facilitated the truck rental in New Orleans. But again, we should underscore that officials do not believe these incidents are connected at this time.
So a couple questions that I have, which you may not know the answers to, and you know, great to say that if you don't. First and foremost, we can kind of be assured that there was nobody from the Trump family, from kind of Trump orbit, from Musk orbit, that were anywhere near and or inside the Trump hotel.
No one has indicated that to us, but again, we couldn't say for sure at this point. Yeah.
And you talked about people that had actually seen what had taken place, you know, bystanders that were watching this happen. Did they at all mention any struggle from the driver from inside the vehicle to actually exit the vehicle, that they saw the driver kind of in distress during this moment in which the Cybertruck blew up?
No, we haven't heard. A lot of people were hearing it, like they were in the hotel, they were in their hotel room, or maybe there was some video of the flames like what you're seeing right there. I think the other thing to note is, yet again, here we are in this position of a high-profile event, Las Vegas, so many people. It's naturally a hot tourism spot, but also when you consider the New Year's Eve celebrations, the number of people in town, there's already these amped-up security measures, and now, as we've been reporting throughout the day, police agencies ramping them up even more in the wake of the New Orleans incident, and now this one that is also being investigated as this possible terror attack.
Stay with me, if you can. Okay, I want to bring in Tom Winter to talk more about this, then also shifting gears, obviously, to what we've been following all day out of New Orleans.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News.
So, yeah, like you guys just heard it right there. Supposedly, the truck was rented, and it was parked outside this hotel. And it was set off with fireworks. Elon Musk did put out a tweet. Let's look this up. Let's see. He says in a tweet here, I'm trying to find it, where he says that the Cybertruck basically was parked there and had like a bomb and some fireworks that was actually in the back of the truck. Don't find it. Okay. Oh, I remember I saved it here. All right, so he said, we have now confirmed that the explosion was caused by very large fireworks and or a bomb carried in the bed of the rented Cybertruck and is unrelated to the vehicle itself. All vehicle telemetry was positive at the time of the explosion. There you go. I personally, when I saw this, I said, yo, there's no way, because I've never seen a Tesla blow up like that. And it's just like that explosion it kind of looked weird to me. You know what I mean? Now we can look at the footage, right? There is a video. All right, so this is a video right here of somebody. This is like the aftermath. Mind you, this is also at a Trump hotel, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird, right? You know what I mean? Like, Trump and Elon Musk, you feel me? Trump is now going to be, Elon Musk is now going to be in the White House, and now this happens. You know what I'm saying? He trying to send out a signal. They coming for Elon, bro. They trying to come for Elon at least.
Nossa senhora, que preju, caramba. Nossa, e foi agora. Ah, porra. Caralho.
When we arrived here, we saw a Star Trek, Elon Musk, on fire. The water was just falling from the ceiling.
Now, supposedly, the guy that was in the actual Cybertruck passed away. Here's more footage.
All right, play it.
You can see here, if you guys really, let me zoom in a little bit more for you guys. You can see, like, there's a guy in here, like, cleaning the windows. This guy's, like, standing. You see this guy standing here with, like, what it seems to be some luggage, just waiting for his Uber or whatever. Now, whoever's in the Cybertruck, you can clearly see, like, they're pressing the brakes and shit. These are the lights. You see the brakes? And it actually looks like he kind of lowered it. And there goes the explosion. Oh, he did lower it. Yeah, he did lower it. Crazy. So if you guys don't know, the Cybertruck has air suspension. You can lower and raise it. You can kind of see how he lowers it. And then as he lowers it, it blows up. See the fireworks? You see the fireworks, right? That's the explosion, right? Then you get the fireworks. Boom, 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 boom,
Copy.
boom.
É, o Tesla Cybertruck. Tá porra. Caralho. Nossa senhora, que preju, cara.
Yeah, man. Let's see. Now they put out a press for this shit. Check it out. You know how it is in Vegas. They don't play out there, bro. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Our New Year's Eve event where we
I don't know if y'all can hear this. Because it's like once it sounds like it's the audio's effed up on this.
All right, play it.
I don't know why they do that all the time.
All right, play it.
The audio be messed up.
update on what occurred on Las Vegas Boulevard this morning.
Yo, let me know if y'all hear
As you
this.
know, we just had our
If y'all can hear
New
it.
Year's Eve event where we successfully protected the city, where over 400,000 people were here last night. And that changed this morning at about 8:40 when a 2024 Tesla Cybertruck pulled into the area valet of the Trump International Hotel. Very quickly thereafter that, the driver, who was the sole occupant of the truck, we saw what looked like maybe some sort of smoke, and then the truck exploded. Smoke was coming from inside of the truck after we noticed the flash and the explosion, and I'm gonna show you that first video. That's the Cybertruck parked right in front of the doors. Can you play that again, Carlos?
All right.
I do want to go out to Las Vegas right now because there is a breaking news situation there concerning the Trump Tower Hotel where there was a Tesla fire on fire right outside of the building. So let's listen right here to officials give the latest update as well. I want to take this because it's live.
on our people here in the community. So we recognize that, and we're here to do everything that we can
hit that like button,
to support this
hit that like
investigation,
button,
to
man.
jump on board with our Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department partners, which we've already done. I know you're looking for a lot of answers, and ideally right now we just don't have a lot of answers. We're going to continue to work as hard as we can over the next 24 to 48 hours to hopefully get more to you. But this time we've got a lot of questions, and we've got to figure that out before we can actually get anything out to you right now. So again, we're here, we're deploying resources, and we will continue to do that until we get to the end of this and figure out exactly what happened and why. Thank you.
Good morning. Thomas Touchstone, Deputy Fire Chief for the Clark County Fire Department. The Clark County Fire Department responded this morning along with Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and Las Vegas Fire and Rescue. We had a response time of approximately 4 minutes. Engine 12 arrived first on scene for the fire department to find a fully involved Tesla Cybertruck in the valet. They quickly began pulling tack lines to extinguish the vehicle fire, and also realized at the same time that there were multiple persons with injuries located around the vehicle. In total, as the sheriff said, there were 7 minor injuries, 2 of which were transported to UMC, again for minor injuries, and there is 1 fatality within the Cybertruck. CCFD's remaining on scene in coordination with Las Vegas Fire and Rescue and Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department to continue to render the scene safe, to make sure that the Cybertruck is fully extinguished as it is now, and then also to recover the victim from the vehicle. And we'll remain on scene assisting Metro as long as possible. That's all I have. Thank you.
I would also just like to add, I'd like the community to please stay away from the area for right now because we don't know what we don't know, obviously. I'd also like to thank
We don't know what we don't know.
our Strip resort partners. As you can imagine, we've had to evacuate the hotel. The vast majority of the people that were staying in the hotel have moved over to the Resorts World. I'd like to thank them for their graciousness in hosting these individuals that are also victims in this as well. We'll have another, we'll let you know when the next press conference is going to be with a whole lot more information for you. But until then, I just remind the community we believe everything is safe now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, y'all know how much money Vegas makes from tourists, right? So, yo, they have to make sure they let people know it's safe out there. That's why Vegas doesn't play around. Vegas doesn't make their money from the people that live in Vegas. Vegas makes their money from the people that come to Vegas. Like, yo, like they're doing F1 in Vegas now. You know what I mean? Like, they literally they spent millions of dollars paving the roads in Vegas, yo, just to like literally make an F1 event. Like, bruh. The money that they're putting into Vegas right now is insane. And one of the things that they don't want to do is have people in fear of going there, because then that's how they start going down here. They'll lose millions of dollars. You know what I mean? But yeah, obviously this was staged. Now, the crazy part is that the person that drove the Cybertruck there, like, I mean, I would, as you say, they're investigating, but it's crazy. Like, who was this guy? You know what I mean? Like, holy, like, when did it crash out? It sounds like it does sound like a terrorist attack. It sounds like a 9/11 act. Yo, y'all remember them dudes that, you know, them pilots? Bro, them dudes, they learned how to fly a plane, right? Them dudes practice on flying a plane. They went to school to learn how to fly planes, bro. And then they hijacked the actual plane of 9/11 that crashed into the 9/11. They hijacked them shits and they crashed them shits right into the building. That's terrorist attacks. This looks like a terrorist attack. Somebody willing to just crash out. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's looking spooky out here. I'm telling y'all, man. If you don't need to come outside, stay your ass in the house. There's nothing good out here, bro. Y'all didn't hear about that other, like, all the shit that y'all been hearing, all the things that been happening. Like, we could get off the hip hop for a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I can show y'all. Check it out. Watch this.
CNN's Ryan Young and Paula Reed are following the story for us. Ryan, first to you, what more do we know about this investigation?
Well, we know it's developing at this point. Our Evan Perez was able to confirm that suspect is dead. I've been talking to some local folks on the ground there who've been telling me this is an evolving situation. In fact, right now,
look what it says right here. At least 10 killed after truck driver slams into New Orleans crowd. Bro, what the hell is going on? Feel me? Yeah, y'all seen what's going on here?
Remember, set up around that suspect's truck. So they're trying to figure out exactly where he came from. But it was around 3:15 this morning where police say that this suspect took an F-150 and started trying to intentionally hit people who were out there. We know 10 people are dead, more than 30 injured.
That's crazy, bro.
And as you can imagine, we do have some new video into CNN that is very tough to look at. We have blurred some of the images here, but you can see some of the carnage that
bro.
Did then start shooting at officers. 2 officers were shot. We're told they are in
2 officers were shot.
Stable condition. Outside of that, now we start building from the investigative points, just in terms of trying to figure out why the suspect targeted this area. But take a listen to this.
This is crazy, yo.
What was going on?
Bodies all over the place. Nah, this is crazy, gang.
Dude came through with a truck and hit by 4 people and shot by 4 people. It was about 8 to 12.
You say you saw him got out and shoot?
Nah, he was in a car. He didn't get out. He already hit him.
Now we know the Sugar Bowl is played later on tonight. There's tons of.
What type of timing dude was on?
Tourists in town. You have the New Year's celebration. You put on top of that, this is the French Quarter. They did find IEDs, so there have been several clearing signs as they were been trying to do the improvised explosives. They put them in the bomb containment center and then try to blow them up on scene there. But at the same time, you've had
they're placing fucking bouncing Bettys around the fucking town and shit. They're Call of Duty fucking proximity bombs on the bitch. What is going on, guys? What is going on?
People who could not return back to their hotels, people questioning what should they do next. They've shutting down several streets around the area as this investigation continues. We know there's a massive presence of officers down there as they start this investigation. But again, it was 3:15 this morning when this truck went around barricades and started to try to drive over people.
Crazy.
So many questions at this point as we continue to talk to law
enforcement. They locked this dude up,
I think. There will be another 11 o'clock news conference, but we should take a listen to the chief who gave us this information a little earlier this morning. Take a listen.
It did involve a man driving a pickup truck down Bourbon Street at a very fast pace, and it was very intentional behavior. This man was trying to run over as many people as he possibly could.
Now, Superintendent Kirkpatrick couldn't even get to the hospital yet to talk to her officers. She was leaving that news conference to go talk to the officers who had been shot after this. Right now, we're not sure exactly how this ended with the suspects. Hopefully we'll get those new details. And Pam, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Ryan, stay with us. Paula, to bring you in, what more do we know about the suspect and the vehicle used in this?
Well, so far, we don't know a lot of information. We've been in touch with federal law enforcement sources. As Ryan noted, our colleague Evan Perez is told by one law enforcement official that the suspect is dead. And indications are, though, that this suspect acted intentionally, according to this federal law enforcement official. And that is something that local officials actually indicated earlier in their initial press conference. They said that the driver's actions were, quote, very intentional. Now we know that the FBI and local officials are conducting searches of the vehicle as they seek to learn more about a potential motive here. We just got word, Pamela, that the Attorney General Merrick Garland has been briefed on this situation, and the FBI is obviously investigating. Now, as part of that investigation, they are looking at possible explosive devices used at the scene, as they said.
Yeah, they got the bouncing Bettys and the proximity bombs, bro. What is going on? 2025 is going to be a crazy year. I'm telling y'all right now, man.
Earlier, there were improvised explosive devices that were found, and they're working to confirm if they were viable devices or not. So this is a quickly evolving investigation, and it requires cooperation between federal authorities and those on the ground to determine exactly why this happened.
And Paula, I know that you're well versed in this as a lawyer and have covered the Justice Department for a while. I think people found it confusing when you had the mayor come out essentially and say this is an act of terrorism, and then the FBI come out right off the bat and say this is not an act of terrorism. Help us understand the discrepancy there and why that might be.
Yeah, I think it's a little confusing holiday, conflicting messaging here, but this is not good to come out and give these kind of confusing messages. People need to understand, especially at the federal level, that terrorism actually has a legal definition, and it's much more narrow than people realize because there were some concerns that if you label certain acts terrorism, or if you use that too broadly, it could conflict with some constitutional rights, and particularly the First Amendment right. Again, it's very confusing. It's sort of an esoteric argument, but when people think of terrorism, they think of something like this. But when it comes to the legal definition, this is why you don't see a lot of cases charged as quote unquote terrorism. They're charged with, using an explosive device. They're charged with other crimes because that's what is on the books. Those are the laws on the books. So I think the legal definitions, particularly the differences between what you might see at a local level versus the federal level, that's why there is this confusion over whether or not this was terrorism. I think most people would agree that this was terrorizing, but when it comes to the technical legalities, that's, I think, why we're getting these conflicting messages about whether this was quote unquote terrorism.
All right, so this is the guy right here.
The
They called him
suspect
up.
in the New Orleans vehicle attack has been identified by the FBI as a 42-year-old Army veteran from Texas.
You hear this? This man was an Army veteran, bruh.
Investigators.
Yo, these be the dudes that be type sick. You know what I mean? They've been killing people all their life. Then they tell them, yo, you just go home and do nothing.
Say they believe Shamsuddin Jabbar wasn't acting alone, and they're looking into whether he had accomplices. It's believed Jabbar drove a pickup truck at high speed into large crowds, killing 15 people and leaving dozens of others injured. He opened fire before being shot dead by police. The FBI says a flag for the Islamic State group was found in the vehicle. And police say they found a number of improvised explosive devices in the French Quarter neighborhood where this attack took place. Our correspondent, Tom Bateman, is in New Orleans tonight on Bourbon Street. Tom.
Well, the scene itself, Jane, remains locked down, the very historic centre of this city, and the point at which, if you look behind this large police van on this strip here, was where that white pickup truck sped up, gained speed, took a right turn down Bourbon Street, perhaps the best-known thoroughfare in New Orleans, and then ploughed into crowds on the scene there. Now, in the last few minutes, we have seen more police arrive here as they continue to scour the scene for clues in this city so used to celebration that saw a night of violence erupt.
New Orleans at New Year's Eve. This part of the city is its best known, a tourism and nightlife hotspot. Just after 3 a.m., chaos.
I could see it happening. You know, a bunch of people in the middle of the street. This guy just came and he just drove straight through. People are probably not expecting. I guess cars don't really drive through here. Or maybe they do, but, just not as much.
Unfolds. The first signs of panic as police race to the scene. What they find, much of which is too graphic to show, is the immediate aftermath of a ramming attack. Officers say a man in a pickup truck plowed into a crowd, trying to run over as many people as he could. He then unleashed a shootout with police who fired back and killed him.
It did involve a man driving a pickup truck down Bourbon Street at a very fast pace, and it was very intentional behavior. This man was trying to run over as many people as he possibly could. He was hell-bent on creating the carnage and the damage that he did.
A British tourist, Steve Hyde, was in the city to celebrate his birthday.
I was in a bar 15, 20 metres from Bourbon, and we were all having a great time. I'd been in there for maybe 2.5 hours at that point. And then we heard shots and saw people running past the window, and didn't really know, what was going on. Obviously, we heard the shots. We knew it wasn't going to be good.
Dozens were wounded, including 2 police officers hit by gunfire. Police evacuated a wide area and say they found a potential explosive device in the truck and other possible devices outside it before they carried out controlled explosions. The FBI says the attack is being investigated as an act of terrorism. At the latest press conference, officials have given more information about the suspect.
The subject has been identified as 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas. He was driving a Ford pickup truck, which appears to be rented, and we are working to confirm how the subject became in possession of this vehicle. An ISIS flag was located on the trailer hitch of the vehicle, and the FBI is working to determine the subject's potential associations and affiliations with terrorist organizations.
There you go. Here we go again with this shit.
Investigators are scouring the scene for clues.
How does it, I don't know, how does it make it better though? You know what I mean? Like,
as further details emerge about Shams.
Let's just run mad Americans over, I guess. You know what I mean?
Shamsuddin Jabbar, including his U.S. military background. This afternoon, President Biden gave his reaction.
I've spoken to every member.
Ah, Sleepy Joe, come on, man. Sleepy Joe, you should just go to sleep, my nigga. Like, what are we doing out here, Sleepy Joe? Like, it's January 1st, my nigga. Like, why are you even talking? Like, don't even talk no more, my nigga. Just go hide somewhere, bro.
Of the agency, from the CIA to our national security team to our FBI, NSC, and we're gathering all the, and I spent a lot of time with the government, with the mayor.
What happened?
Well, the reaction was one of anger and frustration. Thank you.
Thank you. He said, anger and frustration. Thank you. Fucking guy, bro.
Says the White House is offering its full support to the city, which is now ushering in the new year, grieving its dead, and praying.
Shit, stay in the house. Celebrate New Year's in the house, man.
For the wounded.
Outside
And
ain't
Tom,
safe
just
no more,
talk
man.
to us a little bit more about the feeling there in the city, the mood.
Outside ain't safe no more.
Well, there is an inevitable sense of shock, of course. I was just chatting to one man on the sidewalk here who said that he was in the French Quarter exactly the point at which all of this happened, just an hour before it took place, speaking of his sense of relief, but also wanting to return to this point, as many others have actually.
Is it a terrorist attack? We don't know. We don't know. That's the problem. We don't know. You know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, bro. I mean, listen, yo. It's just to this point, bro. I don't even know what to say no more. But yeah, I just wanted to update y'all some of the ish going on around the world, bro. Alright, so y'all heard about this too? Hold on, let me see. Y'all heard of this plane that fell out of the sky like 2 days ago? Hold up. I think there's a video. And then there's another one that crashed on the road. Yo, I don't know what is going on with these planes, right? Bro, they got a video of this on YouTube, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. Look. Hold up, that's not it. There was one that happened 4 months ago, but the one that I'm talking about, it's like real recent. Bro, check this out, bro.
Filming the final anxious moments before the plane crashed.
This man actually filmed a video and sent it to his wife as the plane is going down, bro. Respect to this man, bro. I would be shitting in my pants, bro. I won't even think about using my phone, man. I'm thinking about surviving, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? This nigga is actually recording a video.
Passenger is heard praying. God is great, he says. As oxygen masks fall and panic grips the cabin, a flight attendant urges passengers to stay calm and keep their seatbelts fastened. And the man who captured this footage was among 29 survivors, walking from the wreckage at the crash site in Kazakhstan.
I can't believe people actually even survived, bro. Because sometimes these planes, they just like the jet fuel is what kills everybody. You know what I mean? When that jet fuel ignites, it's over.
People did die, and Russia is being blamed.
If this would have got caught on fire, then all these people would have been dead, bro.
Unintentionally downing the Azerbaijan Airlines plane. Struck by their air defense system, according to sources in Azerbaijan familiar with the crash investigation. The plane had diverted hundreds of miles from its intended destination of Grozny. The capital of Russia's Chechen Republic has been the target of drone attacks as Ukraine strikes back against the invasion. Russia's aviation watchdog quickly claimed the pilot was attempting an emergency landing after a bird strike.
Bullets in that shit.
The Moscow fending off drones. But with small holes clear on the plane's fuselage, expert cast doubt on that explanation.
Looking at the pictures of the shrapnel in the aircraft, in the tail of the aircraft, it looks very much like a surface-to-air missile exploded probably 30 to 50 meters to the left rear of the aircraft. And the shrapnel from that, it's misunderstood how these missiles work. They don't actually strike the aircraft, they explode near it and they send shrapnel out. And in this case, it seems to have damaged the rear of the aircraft and the hydraulic systems in particular that affect the flight controls.
But as 9 Russian survivors were evacuated to Moscow, no admission of culpability from the Kremlin.
The investigation is ongoing. Any incident should be investigated by special aviation authorities, and it would be wrong to make hypotheses before investigators make their verdict. We should wait till the end of the investigation.
In Baku, from where the flight departed, it was a day of mourning. And while Azerbaijan is a key ally of Russia, an investigation source called for an admission of responsibility, even if the plane was not shot down deliberately. The heroics of the pilots ensured some passengers survived while they did not. Now pressure is mounting on the Kremlin to explain if this disaster could have been avoided.
All right, so what's the other one? There's another plane crash. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Look, this one. All right, so this is what, 6 days ago?
Local fire officials and aviation experts say some sort of landing gear malfunction was likely. There's also speculation from officials that this may have been caused by a bird strike.
Look, this is another one. This one is up in flames, though. Everybody died.
The pilot also made a Mayday call shortly after the control tower warned about birds in the area. According to...
Whoa. Yo. Y'all remember China when they started showing them birds that they look like they're drones, but they look like birds? And we're hearing all these planes falling out of the sky because, y'all, I'm just saying. Look, I can show y'all. Drone. Hold on. I wonder this. Look at this nigga, bruh.
Go Eagle on the Oval RC. Check it out.
My nigga. Nigga, nah. This is how they knocking down the planes, bro. This is how they knocking down the planes, bro. Look at this, bro. You see this, bro? Oh, nah, gang. Oh, nah, gang. Yeah, they got these things. Look at this, look at this.
Recently, new footage has emerged showcasing Chinese bird-like drones in action.
Look at this.
These
this
drones
one looks a little slicker. This one actually looks real.
First revealed in 2022, weigh 1,600 grams and have a wingspan of 2 meters. They are powered by a
that looks real.
lithium battery, allowing them to stay airborne for an hour and a half.
Damn.
Unlike most other bird-like drones, which typically have fixed wings and propellers, these Chinese drones feature flapping wings, making them virtually indistinguishable from real birds at a distance.
Yeah.
Developed under a government program named Pigeon, these drones represent a significant advancement in biomimetic technology, designed for stealthy reconnaissance missions. Recently, new footage...
That's crazy, bro. So yeah, man, you never know, man. They probably not gonna throw a couple birds in there. Boom. Yeah, I'm just saying.
To FlightAware, the Jeju airliner was listed as a Boeing 737 traveling from Bangkok, Thailand, before it crash landed at the Muan airport in South Korea. That's in the southwest part of the country. This is the country's worst air disaster in decades. CNN's Mike Valerio has been following this breaking news story from Seoul. Mike, update us on the investigation and where things stand now.
Well, I would say that probably the most dramatic element, Amra, under the floodlights that are illuminating the crash site here is just the urgent effort to try to find the 2 sets of remains that are of the passengers who are unaccounted for right now. I'll tell you, we've had such a whiplash, chain of events as we followed this story throughout the day here in South Korea. And there was so much hope, Amra, as you mentioned, after the 2 people were found, the survivors in the back of the plane, the 2 crew members were rescued and made it out with their lives. There was hope from a whole host of emergency responders that perhaps a 3rd or a 4th person could be found alive as well. But that hope quickly diminished after the noon hour here in South Korea. So what's happening right now, the 2 survivors are being moved to hospitals here in Seoul. We don't know their exact conditions as of yet, or if they've been able to speak to investigators. But what they have to say will be critical, because the voice and data recorders that comprise the black boxes of this aircraft have both been found. So when you combine those 2 elements, plus the 2 survivors, that could paint a more accurate picture, because there are elements that are in tension of just what happened here. And what we mean by that is we have a whole slew of people who are involved in the investigation, from government officials that have come from Seoul and also more local leaders like the chief of the fire department, who have mentioned that bird strikes, or a bird strike, I should say singular, could have played a role in a cascading series of events that led to the landing gear malfunctioning. But still, from our analysts who we've spoken to over the past couple hours, it's unclear how a potential bird strike would lead to landing gear not coming down, would lead to the flaps on the aircraft wings not coming up to slow down the speed of the aircraft. And it's not clear why exactly this 737-800 landed so far down the runway, very close to the end of the runway, and why there was all of this equipment near the end of the runway, which is what the plane slammed into when it met its cataclysmic end. So there are still so many unanswered questions. But Amra, as you and so many of our viewers have been following, we're coming off a time of martial law, December 3rd into December 4th. We're now on our 3rd person who's holding the powers of the president because of the impeachment saga that has been going on since December 3rd. So to say that this has cast a new pall over the country, I would say is such an understatement, as so many people are in mourning here across South Korea.
All right, man. Let's move on from that. What else do we have on the actual board? I think the only thing that we really haven't spoke about is the Diddy stuff, right? Diddy, Mr. Diddy, supposedly, look at this, right? Check this out, guys. Diddy accused of refusing to leave jail cell, delaying multiple lawsuits against him. Now, I don't understand how this happens, right? Because aren't like the authorities able to tell your ass, get your ass up and you gotta go? But I guess you have a choice, even if you're in jail. Because Diddy has a choice of being able to stay in his jail cell or get his ass up and go to court and face some of these lawsuits that he has got against him. Busby got some lawsuits against him. But, you can't face the lawsuits if you never show up to court. And just think about it, right? What are they going to do? Put a warrant for your arrest? You're already locked up, so they can't really do anything. Now, the interesting thing is that I didn't know that while you was in jail, you have a choice of you still don't gotta go to court, bro. You be like, nah, I ain't going. Now it says here, in 2 other sexual assault lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs, Tony Busby co-counsel asked to adjourn January 10th conferences and says they face delays caused by defendant Combs refusing to leave his jail cell to accept the service. Yeah, bro. It is what it is, man. I guess Diddy is a smart man. He ain't that dumb. Or probably his lawyer's like, yo, listen, you ain't got to go to court for that. Don't worry about that. I think that Diddy's going to worry about that maybe after his whole case is over. And that's if his case is found, if he beats his charges or something, right? Or if he knows he's going to come home in a couple years. If not, he probably, if you're going to go face life and behind bars, do what you want, bro. I heard Diddy did some smart things with his money. You know what I mean? One of the things that Diddy did before he got locked up is that he paid off his Miami house. His Miami house supposedly had a $25 million lien on it. and he paid that off completely before he got locked up. Which, listen, man, smart man, right? Because it's easier to take liquid than acids, you know. So, yo, smart man. He paid his ish off. Now, as I said, Diddy's having a hard time behind bars, and now the mogul is allegedly refusing to leave his jail cell. Reports indicate that he is delaying proceedings in various sexual assault lawsuits. On December 30th. Okay, we read that. Diddy's legal team has yet to respond to these claims. Meanwhile, the latest lawsuit accuses the Bad Boy founder of throwing wild parties and sexual harassing employees. Philip Pines, a former assistant of Diddy, is suing for sexual battery, sexual harassment, and sexual trafficking, alleging he was forced to assist in organizing parties dubbed Wild King Nights, where he had to stock rooms to read. Yo, nah, listen. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like this guy right here probably knows that he's effed, right? Because he was probably working for Diddy, helping him with everything, all the BS that Diddy was doing, right? And now he's probably coming out to say, hold up, yo, listen, man. Before y'all try to come and get me, just know that I was forced to do that. Which is kind of like, come on, man. I gotta hit him with it.
Get him out of here.
Come on, man. We gotta keep it all the way from Guida. So now he said, nah, let me go ahead, file a lawsuit before they come lock my ass up. Now, the problem with this whole case is that the feds aren't really worried about coming after everybody. There's gonna be people that are gonna get away with some shit that the feds, yo, listen, man, it costs money for the feds to move, right? Some of these guys that were doing some of this dumb-ish, like for Diddy, they're probably gonna get thrown under the radar, right? But at the end of the day, a lot of these people that were working, not a lot of these people, all these people that were working with Diddy are shaking in their boots right now. You know what I mean? They're shaking in their boots because they're sitting there like, yo, listen, man, I don't know when they're gonna come knock my door down, because like, at the end of the day, I was involved in the Diddy activities. Now, you guys want to know something else, is that I don't think this is going to be the last guy that's going to come forward. I think there's a lot more people that are going to come forward and they're going to place these kind of lawsuits. Because these people at the end of the day probably can't sleep 8 hours at night. You know what I mean? Probably can't even sleep 3 hours at night. Worried that they're going to come bang their door down and lock their ass up because they was out here assisting Diddy with all the free call fish. It is what it is, man. It seems like this guy right here, he's one of those. How you gonna say that you was out here doing all, but you was forced? My nigga, you couldn't leave? You had a gun to your head? Nah, there was a bag behind it. And you was doing whatever you had to do to get your money. And now you want to come on and cop, please. Like, nah, don't listen, man. Just know that I was forced. Don't come get me. It's just crazy, bro. It is real in the film, man. But again, Diddy's a smart man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, he's gonna sit behind bars. He's like, yo, y'all, if I don't have to go to court, I don't want to go to court. You know what I mean? Y'all do what y'all want. Let's see. Now, Big Hove, man. You know, Alex Spiro. The judge has been kind of Alex Spiro's neck, because if you guys don't know, man, this guy Alex Spiro, which is Jay-Z's lawyer, after Jay-Z has been hit with all these allegations, and then this video has resurfaced where this girl's kind of speaking, and there's some inconsistencies, supposedly. I'll show you guys. Let me see. They did like an interview, right? Hold up. I think it's this one.
You should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let
Wait, that's her voice?
what somebody else did run your life.
A 38-year-old mother from Alabama who has filed a lawsuit accusing Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 years old is speaking out to NBC News for the first time. She asked us not to reveal her identity.
What made you want to come forward and talk today?
Because I think that I've been quiet long enough about what I've been through, and it's been hard enough to be quiet, but it's a chapter of my life that I'd like to close.
An NBC News review of her account found inconsistencies with her allegations. She says that she went to the MTV Video Music Awards in 2000 to catch a glimpse of her favorite celebrities.
You weren't scared to be all alone?
No, with having autism is like feeling like you live your life in a shatterproof juggle ball. The world's on fire. The fire is inside the ball with you, but there's no way for you to get out.
In addition to having autism, the woman says she suffered a head injury. The night of the 2000s VMAs, she says a friend drove her from Rochester, New York to Manhattan, a more than 5-hour drive. Her attorney provided NBC News with the name of the friend who has since died. The woman says she spoke to Combs' limo driver, who offered her a ride to an after party.
I stumbled upon Diddy's driver, who told me that I was exactly what Diddy was looking for.
I heard about this.
He said that to you.
I thought it meant that I was just pretty.
She went to a White House, she says, where she spoke to musicians Benji Madden and his brother.
I'm talking to Benji Madden about his tattoo because, I have about his tattoo that's the Last Supper, because I have a religious background. So it was just something to talk about.
In a statement to NBC News, a representative of the Maddens confirmed that they did not attend the 2000 VMAs and that they were on tour in the Midwest at the time. At the after party, she says she had a drink that made her feel woozy. Then she says,
that's what everybody be saying when they go to them Diddy parties. I had a drink.
Combs and Carter took turns raping her while a female celebrity watched.
JC can come.
Wow, unnamed female celebrity watched. What year was this? 2000. Wait. Diddy was dating J-Lo? I'm not saying that was J-Lo, but definitely wasn't Cassie, right? Because Cassie was later on. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. This is crazy. Holy.
Comes in and rapes me. He at that point I was fighting, trying to get away from him.
You hear this?
And he put his hand over my mouth and told me to stop it, cut the.
After the alleged rape, she says she ran to a gas station where she called her father, who picked her up and drove her home.
We rode home in silence. He didn't ask me what happened. He didn't ask me what I did or where I was.
In an interview with NBC News, her father said he could not verify the claims. Quote, I felt like I would remember that, and I don't. I have a lot going on, but I mean, that's something that would definitely stick in my mind, he said. When we asked the woman about the contradictions in a phone interview on Friday, she said that she stands by her statements. I have made some mistakes, she said. Honestly, what is the clearest is what happened to me. The inconsistencies in her account of an incident alleged to have happened 24 years ago does not necessarily mean the allegations are false. The accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, said, because we have interrogated her intensely, she has even agreed to submit to a polygraph. This has been extremely distressing for her, to the point she has experienced seizures and had to seek medical treatment due to the stress. In a statement to NBC News, Sean Carter said this incident didn't happen, and yet he filed it in court and doubled down in the press. True justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for victory.
Is any part of you scared coming out against such powerful people?
Yeah, I'm scared of what could happen, but I'm more afraid of letting it eat me alive from the inside out than I am of, you know, being chastised by their fans.
All right, Chloe Malas joining us now live. Chloe, we just heard a very strongly worded statement from
Oh, no, man.
Jay-Z. What else are you hearing from him and his team?
Yes, so his attorney said that they're going to ask the court to, quote, dismiss this frivolous case. And also moments ago, we heard from Diddy's legal team, and I want to read you some of what they said. They said, quote, this is the beginning of the end of this shameful money grab. And remember, he remains behind bars at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center, and his criminal trial begins in May.
All right, very thorough reporting there. Chloe, thank you so much for that.
Thanks for.
So yeah, like I told y'all, man, that boy Alex Sparrow is not playing around, man, and he's trying to get this shit tossed out because he's saying that there's a lot of inconsistencies in this girl's story. Now the judge has said, like, yo, listen, man, relax. I don't care who you are or who you think you are. You're not about to press us like you want us to expedite your case because you think you're just like whoever you think you are. Now, I don't know if you guys don't know, you know, one of the main things of this whole situation is that I'm looking at this as like, yo, I don't know, man. This looks like a move to kind of like stall Jay-Z, right? Because if you guys don't know, Jay-Z right now at the moment is trying to get some licensing and some approvals on opening up a casino in the middle of Times Square. Which, listen, bro, if you guys don't know, casino business is how people make billions of dollars. You know what I mean? Ed Craven, the guy that gave Drake like $200 million, whatever, for a freaking kick deal, is the owner of Stake. Yeah, these guys that own casinos are bringing in big sums of cash. I mean, literally, you control what comes in and goes out because... Well, you control what goes out because you can say, oh, well, I have 1,000 slot machines and these 1,000 slot machines aren't going to give you any more. They're not going to give you no more than $1,000 today. So no matter how much you play there, the machine is not going to give you more than $1,000. You know, the casinos control the game. Like, it's a money printing business, basically, right? Like, I'm telling y'all right now, if Jay-Z gets into the casino business, it's over. Jay-Z taps into the casino business, he's going to be the richest black man in the world. He's going to be touching tens of billions of dollars. He's going to be on that Elon Musk level. You understand what I'm saying? He's going to be on that Jeff Bezos level. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Chris, what's good, bro? I just seen your... Damn, Chris said, "Where's my mod status?" But I don't even use this shit. You're right. You should be a mod in my shit. You are a music artist? Nah, I'm not a music artist. Marlene on Twitch. How's everybody on Twitch? Yo, Chris, my bad, bro. Like, how do I even make you a mod, my boy? Like, you know you VIP up in here, gang. Come on, man. But yeah, yo, it's crazy right now, man. It's looking spooky. Let me see. I think it's
As Jay-Z launches a legal war against the attorney who filed a bombshell rape lawsuit against him, that Texas attorney, Tony Busby, has just fired back. He is defending his client's claims about being assaulted by both Jay-Z and Sean Combs 24 years ago and says he shouldn't be sanctioned for
there
what
you go. I
he's
think I
doing.
did it.
Oh, and by the way, Jay-Z just formally sued Busby.
Oh, yeah, there you
for
go, Chris. You're good now.
Yes,
You're mine now,
this is a mess,
gang.
but we're going to break it down for you right now. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. The legal and PR battle between Jay-Z and the attorney representing a woman who claims that the rapper raped her when she was just 13 years old, this has intensified once again. Now, if you've been following this saga, particularly here on Sidebar, you know that every week there's like another back and forth between both sides here. And as it currently stands, we have this anonymous accuser who says that Jay-Z, Sean Carter, and Sean Diddy Combs raped her at a VMA's after party back in 2000, again, when she was 13 years old. It was originally filed in October against just Sean Combs, and I should also say, it only identified this alleged accomplice as Celebrity A. But then Jane Doe filed an amended complaint a few weeks back that says that Celebrity A is actually Jay-Z, real name Sean Carter, and he is now a defendant in this action. I'm talking one of the richest people in the entertainment industry, okay, one of the most well-known. Also, I should say that the amended complaint, it still lists a second alleged participant, not a defendant, but a second alleged participant, a female celebrity who's accused of watching this, being a witness to what happened, and she's only identified as Celebrity B, that she was in the room when this alleged assault took place. We still do not know who that person is. But since this was filed, Jay-Z has come out swinging, calling Tony Busby, this Texas attorney behind the lawsuit, a quote,
big whole pressing him
being with no honor or dignity. Jay-Z accused Busby of extorting him in the lead up to this lawsuit, essentially accusing Busby of approaching Jay-Z, pressuring him to pay over a hefty sum of money, or be, as Jay-Z claims, falsely accused in a public lawsuit. Hey, by the way, we want to keep following this Jay-Z story for you as it develops. And with that in mind, I have to thank our sponsor, Upside, because it's with their support that helps make episodes like this possible. Now, Upside is great if you don't know what it is. It's a first-time town that she was years ago. Of course, some details have been lost to time. But here are some of the issues. Jane Doe says that after the alleged rapes, she was able to run away from the home, find this gas station where she was allowed to use the phone. She said she had called her dad to come pick her up.
Supposedly her father was 5 hours away.
NBC News, he didn't remember that. And that if he had come to pick her up, it would have been a 5-hour drive.
You hear that?
On top of that, he apparently told
the
NBC
father's like, I ain't about to lie for your ass.
Of
That's what the father's saying. Yeah, you're not about to get me caught up in this shit. I don't remember that shit. 5-hour driving, you don't remember that? You drove 5 hours to get your daughter after she was scared for her life, and you don't remember that? Bro, you don't forget shit like that. You will never forget nothing like that, right? That's like a huge event in your life, right?
Of this alleged attack on his daughter until the reporters came
Come
asking
on, man.
questions.
What are we
Jane
doing?
Doe also claimed that she spoke to or saw Benji Madden at this VMA's after party. He, of course, is the lead guitarist for the rock band Good Charlotte. His representatives, though, told NBC News that he was in the Midwest on tour at the time. So with that coming out, Alex Spiro, who's Jay-Z's high-powered attorney, sent a letter to the judge calling the allegations a sham. Quote, she claims the assault took place at an after-party at Mr. Combs' home, but photos that night show Mr. Combs and Mr. Carter at Lotus nightclub for the after-party. When pressed, the plaintiff admitted she was guessing about...
But that's crazy. Jay-Z and Diddy was actually hanging out that night, huh?
Details, including the time it took to reach the venue. She admits she has no single corroborating witness over the last 24 years. I talked about this before in a prior sidebar. It is possible, if you take her allegations as true, that Jay-Z and Sean Combs maybe went to a few places in that after party, so we don't know when this other after party where she claims she was assaulted took place. But again,
remember, there's different levels to the party, according to Diddy.
This is problematic for her, right?
There's the party, there's the party, there's the party. You know what I mean?
The fact that her father can't back it up, the fact that
levels.
Had an incident. There was also an incident that she recalled a Jumbotron, but there's been evidence to suggest there wasn't a Jumbotron. So there's holes in this story. Now, NBC News, they did report that they tried to locate this friend who allegedly drove Jane Doe to the VMAs that night, but it appears that person has died.
Get him out of here!
And they indicated that they tried to reach out to this person's relatives, but they didn't really have any luck. Now,
Nah, them niggas say, we ain't got nothing to say, bro.
Jay-Z reportedly told
We don't know what you're talking about.
NBC, this incident didn't happen. And he says, look, but Tony Busby filed it in court anyway. He doubled down in the press, adding, true justice is coming. We fight from victory, not for.
Yeah, that nigga Hov said we fight from victory, not for victory. Basically letting you know, like, yo, we won before we even started.
For victory. This was over before it began. This 1-800 lawyer doesn't realize it yet, but soon. Again, referencing Tony Busby. So Busby released a statement defending himself, saying, look, Jane Doe's case, it was referred to me by another firm. Her story had allegedly already been vetted. His statement read, our client remains fiercely adamant that what she has stated is true to the best of her memory. We will continue to vet her claims and collect corroborating data to the extent it exists because we have interrogated her intensely. She has even agreed to submit to a polygraph. I've never had a client suggest that before. And for her part, this unnamed Jane Doe said to NBC, you should always fight for what happened to you. You should always advocate for yourself and be a voice for yourself. You should never let what somebody else did ruin or run your life. I just hope I can give others the strength to come forward like I came forward. And before we go into his latest response, I just have to give you one more piece of background information, because after all this happened, attorney Alex Spiro filed this emergency motion with the court. And he asked that either the case be thrown out completely or Jay-Z be dismissed from the suit. And he also said he wants to ensure that evidence be preserved in this case because he alleged that Busby may actually destroy evidence. So in a memorandum in support of this motion, it reads, this is again from Alex Spiro, Jay-Z's lawyer, the fundamental inconsistencies in plaintiff's case revealed in the NBC interview, coupled with Busby's chronic inability to follow the rules in this case and others, creates a substantial risk that Busby will destroy evidence damaging to plaintiff's case, including evidence of his own misconduct. And the memo gives us a scathing summary of Busby's actions and how Spiro's firm believes that Busby has violated what's called Rule 11, that you act so badly in this case, you're a lawyer who acts so badly, you should be sanctioned, you should be punished by the court. I'll explain that in a minute, but what he writes is, rather than conducting his own due diligence to vet his client's claims, again referring to Jane Doe, Busby merely relied on the purported vetting of another firm, telling NBC Jane Doe's case was referred to our firm by another who vetted it prior to sending it to us. But no one from the other firm signed the pleadings in this case. Busby did. He goes on to say, under these circumstances, it must be assumed that Busby will go to extraordinary lengths to conceal his ethical violations. There is accordingly a significant risk that Busby will seek to destroy documents or other evidence that would demonstrate that he knew or should have known that the allegations in the complaint were false. Okay, so there you have it. That's the backstory. Now, as I mentioned, Busby has responded. So, in a letter to United States District Court Judge Annalisa Torres of the Southern District of New York, that is where this case was filed, Busby writes, as with defendant Carter's prior letters filed in this case, it is histrionic in tone but substantively groundless. Defendant Carter threatens plaintiff with a Rule 11 motion based on questions raised by one single television interview concerning events occurring 24 years ago when plaintiff was 13 years old. And he goes on to write, defendant Carter's threat of a Rule 11 motion is frivolous because it characterizes run-of-the-mill disputes of fact as proof that plaintiff's complaint is baseless. None of the factual issues Carter identifies are sufficient even to grant summary judgment in Carter's favor, much less support Rule 11 sanctions. The fact that the defendant or a potential witness doesn't agree with or recollect the facts alleged in the complaint does not and cannot give rise to a motion for sanctions for filing a baseless complaint. Defendant Carter's threat of an immediate sanctions motion on the first whisper of factual uncertainty is just one more instance of bullying intended to have a chilling effect on plaintiff's counsel, and any potential plaintiffs watching these proceedings. That refers to, of course, any other potential Jay-Z or Sean Combs accusers. So let me break this down for you real quick. First, for a court to grant sanctions under Rule 11, usually monetary punishment, in a case like that, it is not common, okay? It is rare for a court to do that. You have to be talking about egregious bad behavior. Rule 11 is about a lawyer making false representations to the court, filing a lawsuit for an improper purpose, like merely just to harass someone, that a lawyer is asserting claims or defenses that are not backed up by the facts, the law, or evidence currently known or likely to be known. That is what we're talking about. And here, Busby is like, what are we saying? We're saying that Jane Doe's claims are just absolutely fake because Jay-Z said this didn't happen, or her father says he doesn't remember this, or a celebrity wasn't there. Look, she is recounting something from 24 years ago when she was a young girl. And also, I think he would argue, in any case, there's going to be conflicting witnesses about what did or didn't happen. These are why he says run-of-the-mill disputes.
This is crazy.
That can't be proof that her claims have no evidentiary support. And when he mentions summary judgment and how Jay-Z is not entitled to summary judgment is when a party asks the court to step in, just decide this case in their favor before there's even a trial.
That's
You're basically
crazy.
saying there is nothing for a jury to decide here. The argument from Jay-Z would be there's no way a jury can look at this and find in favor of Jane Doe. We call it under the law no genuine issue of material fact. Busby says just because there's a dispute here doesn't mean this didn't happen, doesn't mean he can't prove it, doesn't mean this shouldn't go to a jury. And he also explains there could be an issue with recollection here, that it's understandable, because think about what she's alleging. She says she was raped at 13 years old. Of course that affects recollection, but it doesn't mean her claims aren't true. Busby writes, a Rule 11 motion is frivolous on the additional ground that expecting a victim of sexual assault over 2 decades ago, when that victim was a minor, and as her interview revealed, also autistic, to have perfect recall of all facts is outrageous. Defendant Carter twists plaintiff's words when he accuses her, for instance, of guessing at the timing of events alleged in the complaint, such as the length of car rides. But New York courts have expressly acknowledged that plaintiffs in this type of case cannot be expected to have exacting recall and command of all relevant facts. And then he cites a New York case from 2021 that held, we recognize that in matters of sexual abuse involving minors, as recounted by survivors years after the fact, dates and times are sometimes approximate and incapable of calendrical exactitude, and approving allegations span.
Alright, yo. Let's see what I got here. So yeah, that's just Jay-Z. You know, it's just, y'all know how Jay-Z moves, man. Jay-Z's a fucking billionaire, bro. And I don't honestly, you know, like with Diddy, we kind of see how the things align, right? The people that are also, there's just too many. Yeah, there's a lot of people that are coming after Diddy that they're saying things that they're just out for a money grab, you know what I mean? But when you come out for Jay-Z, it's just like, yo, we never heard these type of things, you know what I mean? And on top of that, if this was true, then other people would also come forward. It wouldn't just be one person, which that's kind of what I was trying to like say like to somebody I was speaking to the other day. I was like, yo, you remember when Cassie came out and then you got the snowball effect and you got mad other people coming out to now sue Diddy and say, yo, Diddy did this, Diddy did that. The Me Too movement, you know what I mean? Like, I thought that was gonna kind of happen with Hove, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, nobody else came out yet and said, yo, Me Too. And it's been about a month. Ain't nobody else came out and said, yeah, I witnessed Jay-Z do some act like that. Like, everybody's came out to defend Jay-Z, if anything. You understand what I'm saying? So when you see that type of energy, then you start understanding like, yeah, this is probably. And then you start hearing the girl, you know what I'm saying? She's autistic, whatever. Nah, gang. I can't see that happening, bro. Y'all tell me if y'all can see Big Hove doing that shit. That's crazy. Unless it's some, what do they call it? Humiliation ritual. Like, that's what this is. You gotta grab a random little girl and do these type of things? Is that a humiliation ritual? I don't know, bro. Like, I don't see this happen. I don't see how this is possible, bro. Right? Like, how you Jay-Z, bro? You get any shorty you want. You know what I mean? The minor stuff I don't get. Like the freaky stuff, I understand. All right, Diddy, he was a freaky ass nigga. You know what I mean? He likes seeing other niggas piping shorty out. that's like, all right, that's not that bad. But when you hear like the minor shit, like, okay, there was minors involved, like that's different. You feel me? Like, but like, yo, like the Diddy stuff with like him getting dudes with BBCs to pipe Cassie out while he sat back and stroked his jaw. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't think that's bad. That's just whatever Diddy like doing. You know, I guess if that's what you like and your spouse or whatever, whoever you with, they decide they enjoy that type of activity, then, oh, well, go do what you got. Yo, listen, go do what makes you happy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, literally, bro. But, I mean, it just gets a little scary for Diddy when you start hearing all these minors and shit. You know what I mean? That's when it starts getting spooky. Yo, y'all seen, who's this? Vibes Cartel? Vibes Cartel was on stage getting freaky deaky, bro. That nigga was, y'all see this? My man's just on stage. Vibes Cartel, I know Vibes Cartel get crazy like this, yo. I mean, this is that Jamaican shit, you know what I mean? Like, that's what it's known for, right? This is how you really dance this shit, you know what I mean? You gotta get freaky with it. Oh, yeah. My boy Vibes Cartel was getting it. Oh. You feel me? Yeah, man. What else we got over here? We talked about the Elon stuff. Yo, that boy Trippie Redd got his little shorty. I guess maybe it is real love. You know what I mean? Sometimes, yo, y'all be thinking it ain't real love, man. Sometimes it's real. Check my boy Trippie Redd out, man. You know what I mean? Coyle Ray has gone through her a couple little boo things I guess she found the one. You feel me? So shout out to Trippie Redd and Coyle Ray. That boy Trippie Redd about to have himself a little baby with Coyle Ray. And yeah, bro, it seems like my man's really in love. Y'all seen the videos, you know what I'm saying? They've been looking like they all booed up and shit. That boy Trippie Redd been, you know what I'm saying? Check it out. He bought her a little car and shit. Yeah. Bought a Range Rover, you feel me? What's up, baby girl? You know I want you to drive that new Range Rover.
Love you.
I love you. Of course.
Love you.
My boy in love, man. I like to see it, man. Like, yeah, listen, man. It is what it is. Look, she on stage, a little dude thing. Yeah, that boy Trippie in love, my nigga. Like, shit, he in love, man. He in love. Damn, that was Presser's little boo thing. Y'all remember when her and Presser were together, bro? That shit was just, that's when I first really heard about Coyle Ray. They be making these little TikToks. Stop playing with Coyle Ray and Trippie Redd, man. Hip hop's next best couple. Like, what's up? Holy. Alright, what else I got over here? Alright. LeBron James rapping Kendrick Lamar at New Year's party. Nah, bro, what's up with this nigga LeBron? Yo, y'all remember when Drake rapped in one of his songs? He said, "Me and LeBron up in his crib, big wine glasses." You know what I'm saying? $1 million comment, whatever. I don't remember, but yo, Drake and LeBron was cool as hell. LeBron hasn't been spotted nowhere singing a Drake song. Every time I've been seeing LeBron lately, he's been on his Kendrick vibe. Yo, they're saying too that the reason why LeBron's been like, you know, out the way is because after this video right here, watch this. Let me see if I find this video. Yo, look at this video. After this video, things haven't been the same for LeBron. That's what they're saying. LeBron doesn't even want to come back outside after this video.
We know you was at them Diddy parties, nigga. We know you was there. We know you was at them Diddy parties.
Nah, yo, you imagine, bro, you just randomly having a, and the niggas is like, yo, we know you was at them Diddy parties, nigga.
Bruh, we know you was at them Diddy parties, nigga. We know you was there. We know you was at them Diddy parties. Bruh.
Nah, LeBron acting like he don't hear that. Yo, you hear that shit. Yo, so yeah, yo, this dude Alex Jones, he's came out to say that the reason why LeBron, look, this nigga literally saying that LeBron is hiding.
Connected to P. Diddy.
Look, he's saying that LeBron's connected to P. Diddy.
Today, I'd forgotten about that. That's how much intel I get. This is a very good source.
This is crazy.
Today, I get another call by someone very close to me, very well known. They said, we don't care. Go ahead and say it. He said, hey, LeBron James just sold his Florida condo 2 weeks ago and has left the country. And they got specifically, you can imagine how, that it's over P. Diddy.
Nah.
So,
get him out of here.
Nah, yo. It's looking spooky. Yo, a lot of people gonna be mad when they involve LeBron into this Diddy shit, yo. Y'all know y'all, a lot of y'all LeBron fans and shit. I don't watch basketball, so, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's looking spooky.
Oh, wow. I just broke that. Sorry. And it's connected to P. Diddy. Today, I'd forgotten about that. That's how much intel I get. This is a very good source.
Nah, this is looking spooky.
Today, I get another call by someone very close to me, very well known. They said, we don't care. Go ahead and say it. He said, hey, LeBron James just sold his Florida condo 2 weeks ago and has left the country. And they got specifically, you can imagine how, that it's over P. Diddy.
Holy.
So, wow, I just broke that. Sorry. And it's connected to P. Diddy.
So, yeah, man. I mean, the speculations have been there for a long time. You know what I mean? Diddy and LeBron were really cool. You know what I mean? Like, so, yeah. Man. LeBron is probably just like, yo, let me enjoy my last couple of days outside before they put me in there with Diddy. Yeah. Yep. So, yo, funny, right? Joe Budden posts his picture after he get hit with, after all this stuff goes viral, you know what I mean? Nigga Joe Biden is funny as hell. Alright, man. I'm gonna get up off here, man. I'm gonna get up off here. Yo, y'all like the content, bro. Like the video. It is about 2 o'clock in the morning right now. I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate all of y'all that pulled up to the stream. Chopped it up. We hit a couple topics. I am going to be back sometime this week. Hit the bell up above so you do stay notified whenever I do go live. And yeah, y'all already know how we do it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's the Schmack House.
Another day, another live, man.